Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Ben Nassim. We got Christopher Duarte, aka Parasite, and we got a special guest in the building filling in for Patrick Price because he can't make it today because he's working on X Defiant. Give it up for the MVP.
Hello.
Sam LaRue,
Hello.
the world champion, one of the best ARs that ever played a game. Give it up for Octane.
Yo, Tom always gives the best intros.
What an
Hey,
intro.
hey,
Tom's got
you're a
an
special
incredible
guest.
intro. I respect it.
Hey, you're coming on last second, Sam, to be a co-host. I gotta give you the glaze, bro. I gotta give you the gas. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
shit,
saying?
glaze me,
Come on,
Thomas.
bro. Hey, yo, Sam, how you doing today, bro? You doing good?
Dude, I'm doing good, bro. I raced home. You said, Tom, you want to be on the flank? I said, yes. I'll be home in 5 minutes. I broke every speeding law there is.
No
Oh,
way.
shit, don't
Sam
even know.
had to make it here for the flank, folks. So make sure to show some love to Octane. Ben, Chris, how are you guys, man?
Good day. We've been streaming all day. Gonna go see Guardians tonight. I'm excited. The weather's gotten a lot better. It's been fucking cold in Columbus, and now it finally got warm. I would say today's matches were lukewarm, though. At best.
I'll be honest. The Optic Vegas match was insane. That was an insane match.
The other two, I don't know about that.
The other two were definitely a little questionable. But before we get into it, Chris, how are you, bro? You doing?
I'm
all
doing
right?
good. Yeah, can't complain. Just watching COD and excited for tomorrow because we actually will get some good matches. I hope.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow's a little bit of a better day when it comes to some of the matches. But we can get right into it. Obviously, today went by pretty fast. Usually we had Pat here, but because the matches went so fast, he's still working. It is a Friday, so we're excited to get the rest of the weekend going. So let's hop into it and talk about the first match of the day. First match of the day, we got Atlanta Faze going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas. We got Fortress Hardpoint, LSC Low S&D, LSC Low Control, Hotel Hardpoint, Mercado Search. I mean, Chris... Chris, Ben, and Sam, you could let me know what you guys think about the videos here. Sorry, it's a habit.
So interesting. I think the interesting talking point in this video is Faze banning Embassy Hardpoint, which is normally one of their better maps. For LAG, it's actually one of their better maps. So I think with Faze picking Team B, probably knowing that LAG is going to pick Fortress, I think they were down for that. Get some reps on Fortress as well as get LAG's best map out of the pool.
Ditto. That's pretty much what I was
Pretty
going to say.
spot on.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, look at you, Ben. You're an
Hey,
animal, Ben.
let's
You're
get
an
it. Let's
animal.
get it.
Holy
Well,
shit,
we
Ben
can
does this.
hop in to the first map here. We'll hop in to the first map with Atlanta Faze, and I'll be honest with you, man. This was a blowout. It was the second rotation of hard points, and I think Faze. It was that P3 where Faze really opened things wide open. But the first rotation was kind of back and forth. They were doing a good job just rotating, playing pretty fundamentally sound. But the second rotation is where Faze were able to break away as we go into the second set of hard points. So you're able to get LAG pinned into those P3 spawns. But then as we get into the second P3, we know how easy it is to hold these hills. But unfortunately,
This is where they run through the front. I think Faze breaks through the front here, right?
Yep, this is where Faze is. In my opinion, this is where the whole game just kind of flipped on its side. It was pretty back and forth, but this was the break that opened it up for Faze. And just to kind of see how it all played out, Alec, he gets pinned in the front. And then on the other side, it was Exceed who dies. And honestly, we can kind of look at LAG's setup here. I think this setup is atrocious, bro.
Wait, back it up another 5. I think in the moment when I watched this, I think Alec's trophy actually gave him away here. I think
Is that what it was?
I think if he keeps his trophy instead of throwing it where he threw it, I think that don't check this corner. No bullshit.
Oh, you might be right. Let me see.
He throws
So
he throws his trophy
here.
right here, and
Okay.
I think someone throws a tack or some shit, and then Jodeci's also falls asleep on the sticks. Just
Yeah,
not.
so yeah, you're right. Tack blows up.
Yeah,
Right in front of
Complete
so
him.
they-
opposite direction.
And then you
Yeah.
can see as soon as the tack goes off, you could already see
They double
both of
check
them. Yeah, both of them are
So
looking at
I
it.
remember watching that earlier, and I was like, "That's just an unfortunate trophy spot to be in." But
Don't-
yeah,
it's
Joe kind of falls asleep on the sticks a little
Also
bit.
a good pickup from MC,
Yeah, I was
too.
just gonna say that. Good call, Ben. I think MC realizing that they were pushed up and that old hill was still popped, and recognizing that a guy spawned behind him, he was able to pick him up as well. So I thought that was a big play right there. But yeah, anything LAG probably could have done differently there? Do you like Alec pushed up like this by himself?
I think this is good because most people won't check this corner. Like I said, it's unfortunate that he threw his trophy and Atlanta ended up clearing it. But I actually do like the play out of Alec. It's kind of tough because Exceed's dead, and it's really like it would be better if they were all three alive while Alec was making a solo play here. But with Exceed coming off spawn, and if Alec can buy any time at all, it could potentially play out a little bit better. But
Yeah.
it's kind of unfortunate.
Well, let's tune into the listening with the LAG and see how the guys are sounding today. They end up getting 3-0 smoked today, so it was not a good day for LAG. Obviously, the lows of their season continue, so let's see how they were sounding.
Single, he's probably open corner. I think one's gate.
Reloaded.
There's a kid old.
Like front does or something, bottom right maybe?
Yo, he'll hit with an 8. No trophies.
Open corner. I don't see this guy.
No trophies either.
Alright.
Hey,
No nades, no nades. That's trophy front.
Time weak. We hit him. He takes in the trophy.
I'm coming back to you. So back left, can you see him? Back left. One's top map. One's top maps. Not you. I'm wrapping P1 so that we don't get fucking.
Bottom maps.
Nothing P1. P1. Bottom maps.
It goes. Alright. Bottom maps. He's just at Hillary.
Top maps.
I got him back to back. We're good. I'm trying to get Arch. Arch.
Okay. Top maps. Two. Both top maps.
Right there. Okay.
I've gate. I spawn in maps. Ready to go maps again. I'm about to back. I'm saying push out maps here, guys. I'll back up P1.
I need someone to back gate.
Okay, I'm blocking the door.
Come on, windows, Joe? Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
P5. One is P5 right now.
Be out back. I'm playing gate right now.
They named me. One's maps. S1.
All right, so that's going to do it for the listening. Honestly, they sound pretty good. Listen, I know they're not having a good season, but at least they're out there calling out and giving everything they got. You know what I'm saying? At least
You mean the bare minimum, Tom?
Yeah, the bare minimum.
At least they're doing the bare minimum for being contracted CDL players.
Exactly. At least they're actually. I mean, you'd be surprised, Sam. You know, some of these
when
teams.
was the last time they won a series?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, that you didn't have to say it like that.
Nah.
It's like an honest question. Like, I'm trying to remember. Their last victory
you didn't have to
was
say
against
all that.
Vegas during the last.
It was the last
qualifying
stage.
match of Major 3.
Yeah,
they have not won a match.
I think LAG made winners bracket. No.
Yeah, and then they got rounded. But
Damn.
Wait, they haven't won a series since Major 3?
Yeah.
Nope.
Damn, that is actually not good at all. That is very,
They're on
very
like
good.
a
game.
And they're
team
the only team Seattle has beaten on land.
Ah, shit.
So it's just not looking good.
This team is mentally compromised, bro. Like, I don't think we need to beat around the bush. Yeah, we can talk about the series a little bit, maybe highlight some key moments, but this team is
we're breezing through it. I'm not gonna spend too much time, but
this team is not really going anywhere.
And I like the break here from Faze. Sim did a good job. He was out here for a minute. He doesn't chow anything. He just kind of hides up here. I like that he didn't like over chow and he kind of just waited. And then Austin was able to call the streak, get the guy out of horse stables, and then boom, they pushed into the front. And Atlanta Faze was able to close that out. But it was a pretty back and forth game, except for that one P3 that Faze was able to break through the front, and that kind of gave them that little lead boost that they needed. And that's all you need, right? One mistake, one hill is kind of really all you need to win a map. So good job from Faze. We'll take a look at the final scoreboard. 25 and 18 from Slasher. He had a really good map. I feel like Slasher's been really good for these guys. He even at the LAN, I felt like he really popped off for them, and he's coming back and continuing that force. But any final thoughts on the map one or anything in the scoreboard that catches y'all's eyes? It was a good map one from Faze.
Probably the clean it. Go ahead,
Alec had a good map.
It was a 182.50. Yeah, Alec played well. They kept it respectable, but I mean, like if they just held their P3 like they should have and not gotten broken from the front, then they might actually win the map.
I was gonna say I think they might actually have won if they didn't get broken there.
Yep. Yeah, it was a big break. It was a really big break there. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the map one. Let's head in to the map number 2. If I do cough a little bit, I do apologize. But if I start coughing, you might need to take the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's head over to the S&D. Guys, I don't know what else to say. LAG look lost. They look lost. This was a quick 6-1. It wasn't even close. I mean, Ben, I'll let you kick things off. Any thoughts on LAG in the search?
I mean, this is where the talent gap on these two teams really shows, because I think Sim and BZ are just more disciplined, more evolved S&D players. And I think MC and Austin at times are just a little bit better than Alec and Assault at kind of being the outer lane players. I mean, we saw multiple times where either Cell or Austin just kind of hit a timing and set up a pinch play, and Faze is really effective at working the first bloods and winning a lot of rounds when they got the fucking bomb down.
Yeah, getting the bomb down. Speaking of bomb down, I saw Doug and Clay going at it a little bit about
we'll
that.
Later,
Sam,
yeah.
we'll get to that, but always love some storylines with some people talking a little bit of smack. But yeah, Chris, any thoughts on LAG in their search or Faze? I mean, I'll scroll through it. But these rounds are quick, Chris. These rounds are quick. I mean, Faze is putting in the bag.
LAG's kind of lost. I mean, in terms of Faze, what makes them so deadly at search is they're all good search players. Obviously they've evolved their play style a little bit as a team, but they're all really good at recognizing like what they can do to contribute in like a play, or like whenever they get information, they always know what like they can do to kind of take advantage of that. And oh my God, your mic is picking up so much audio right now, Tom. I can't even hear myself think. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Sorry, Tom. Dude, you guys hear that?
Yeah, he's got to set noise
loud.
You gotta set noise gate, but I'll go keep going.
Thank God Austin got his hat on again. Jesus.
Yeah, Austin's got the hat on again. He's feeling himself a little bit. But yeah, Sam, you've played Atlanta Faze a million times. You know, you played them a lot. I feel like they definitely had that system where they have like the terrors going crazy mid-map, right? And MC and Austin, I feel like they just kind of roam and kind of play on an island. How hard is it to play against these guys? I feel like you guys always got to do VOD review, right? And try and figure out what's going on. Obviously, you guys are the champs. So what's it like playing Atlanta Faze on S&D?
It's a lot of Chris and Tyler making plays, and then Austin and MC are like phenomenal island players. Excuse me. I feel like whenever Chris and Tyler put them in like a clutch scenario, being Austin and MC, they usually come out on top. And I think like this map's a great example. You'll see a lot of like 1-2-1s out of them. Where Chris and Tyler just like get in the middle of the map, work trades, get bloods, and then leave the round to Austin and MC to play out. And I think that's like one of the reasons that they like this map so much is they're just really confident in those like late round numbers down or numbers up situations.
Yeah, no, I agree. They're good at their mid-round adjustments, like their situational plays. I think that's where they're at their best. And they do a good job in this round as well. They kind of just get the bloods. They work through court and love the shots there from Abizi. He was able to take down Alec. Last one up was going to be Adam Assault. I mean, as you're skimming through it, you guys could see it for yourselves. This was just an absolute bloodbath. LAG couldn't get anything going. These rounds are going by pretty quick. Unless you guys have anything else to note in the S&D, there wasn't really much to say about this series. I think my whole chat was falling asleep when we were watching this one. People were not. People were just kept spamming, go next, go next. And it was just not pretty. Really like the play here from Simp, too. Like, this just shouldn't happen, bro. This is where I was like, LAG's lost. Like, bro, Simp just waltzes up mid-alley. Look at this. He slow walks up mid-alley, then challenges, kills the guy, and then runs away, untagged. It's like, where are these guys? You know what I mean?
They're doubling the bomb, cock in hand, Tom. That's where they are.
That's what I'm saying. They shaking each other off.
I'm back up. When did Adam Assault actually pop his dead silence? Did he? Oh, so he popped it once everyone died. Okay.
Yeah, he popped it, died. Doesn't really matter. They go up 5-0. Simp waltzes up mid-map, and with 9 seconds left, the bomb's still not planted, and Faze checks the bomb.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. These guys are just terrified. Like the way they're playing, they get into that bomb site, and they're like, oh my God, dude, they know we're in bomb. They're gonna make a play, dude. They're gonna make a play. Oh my God, get your gun up. Oh my God, they're gonna make a play, and then they just get pounced on, die. They're just terrified, man.
They're just shitting themselves.
Yeah, literally. I mean, look at the gameplay.
Nah, they did. It looks like it. It definitely looks like it. And then, again, like, look at this last round.
It's happening.
Look at this last round. They don't even get the bomb down. Everybody dies. Exceed is too far out of the play. Because they wait too long to make a play towards the bomb, they just don't have time here to play. Exceed's got to find Simp. He can't find him. Last second, Simp gets the kill. This one's all over. I mean, we could take a look at the final scoreboard. Pretty good across the board from everybody from Faze. Nobody really standing out. Everybody just doing what they got to do. On the other side, everybody negative except Exceed.
If you're LAG and you win 3 first bloods and you win 1 round in the map, you just when you play Faze, just cannot. I mean, damn, I hate that.
Fuck you.
But like,
No
you did.
way.
We've been better.
You guys have been better last split, but you know, like, and you can probably speak to it. It's like against this team, you can't toss your 4v3s. When you get them, take advantage.
Yep.
Damn, Sam.
I don't know why. I don't know. I'm doing us a favor. Ben's throwing daggers.
I taught Sam a dagger. That's my bad, bro.
It's fine,
crazy,
man.
Catch it straight.
Ben loves talking about LATS&D, bro. It's his kink. It's fine.
No, but you guys have been better at search as of late. Obviously, won the event because of it. So.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it.
And then, obviously, as we head into the LSC look control, one thing that I really like that Faze does on this map, and I feel like people weren't doing this too much in the beginning of the game, but people are starting to do it now, and Faze always does this. They do this a lot, but they put so much pressure onto this back hill. Like, they won't focus, like, stacking so much. They focus, like, just getting pushed up here more, you know, like getting pushed uphill and kind of pinning teams back and giving them that deep spawn. I mean, Sam, you're an AR player. You probably find yourself doing that a lot, huh?
There's no more dopamine in the world than sitting on top of that hill while they're spawning on the left side of the map.
Yeah, dude, you get free pickings all day.
It's the rank play strat.
So it actually is the rank play strat.
Another thing I wanted to kind of ask you guys, but 3 ARs on this map, what do you guys think? Everybody's doing it. A lot of people are running 3 ARs.
Yeah,
Chris, I know you were talking about the layout a little bit of the map is kind of why, but I mean, Sam, what do you think?
I think it kind of goes both ways. I think people are starting to play their defenses a little bit differently, so it's like kind of forcing the gun meta shift a little bit. But there's definitely teams that that still run 2 subs because of the way that they play the map. That's why, like, one of the reasons I really like this map is because there's like 5 or 6 different ways that you can approach offense on this map, and all of them can be successful depending on like your team's play style.
Some teams, what they like to do is they like to hold back on like their side of the map, and then some people like to work from their like bottom. Like so the teams that like to work from the outsides, they typically use a lot more ARs, and they have like a guy like almost like lurk around the pool stairs or around bottom pool, and then the rest of them kind of flood the outer lanes. And then there's teams that like to only hit bottom mid and have like an AR play the outsides very slow. So yeah, multiple play styles like Sam said.
And then you can see here, it was Abizi who takes that route left while the rest of his team plays through front. And they were just able to funnel some of the kills and get it up to that point. Faze, they win the first offense pretty comfortably. They go into the defense. LAG weren't able to capitalize on the 8 point. They get a good break off and get B, but Faze do a good job just staying alive top radio and getting pushed up into their base. And LAG the whole round was kind of fighting for their lives just to get in here. And then, of course, with only 7 seconds left, it was Abizi with the scar. Don't see it very often. He pulls it out. Sim's going to flank, finds a 3-piece. Faze holds on the defense. And then this is where Faze were able to close it out. They get a pretty good break off here. They get onto this 8 point pretty quick. And then, obviously, they have the whole entire round to get over to B. And it starts with Abizi. Abizi was the guy who got in there. He finds one. Austin backs him up. And then Abe, he was able to find the trade. And then he had one more guy to deal with here. Pops him, boom, picks up the AR, jumps the corner, finds another one, finds Alex, bada bing, bada boom. This guy Abe, Sam, he's literally shitting on him.
He's playing with no respect, bro.
Literally.
No respect, bro.
Yeah, no respect at all. He said, fuck it, give me the scar. Let me do what I gotta do, and bada bing. That one's all she wrote. Guys, 24 and 13 from Abe, 20 and 11 from MC, 19 and 18, 12 and I mean, everybody pulling away. On the other side, Al kind of tough map, but let's be honest, man, the whole team's negative. It just wasn't going right for them. I mean, any final thoughts on the series as a whole, other than it being a snooze fest? I mean, it was a quick series, man. It was fast. DoorDash challenge.
I mean, I think for a Faze, expected victory, 3-0 always nice because sometimes they kind of play down a couple of these series. And for LAG, man, I think just figure out a way to grab a win at some point, in one of these series. They've been struggling, and I feel for them. External issues, a whole bunch of stuff, but they just look lost at the moment.
It's good to see Faze get some reps on Fortress. I've been saying it, like they got like some of the most talented individual players on their teams that the league has, and they don't play Fortress a lot, which I feel like is a map that is, very just gritty, and you can abuse the fact that you're a more talented player and team. And so good reps on that moving forward.
Yeah, well, let's hop into the next one. We got Optic Texas going up against the Vegas Legion. We got an Embassy Hardpoint, Embassy S&D, El Estilo Control, Hotel Hardpoint, and Hotel Search and Destroy. This one goes all the way down to a map number 5. This was an incredible series. Any thoughts on Avito's, gentlemen, before we get into it?
Optics testing the map pool.
They're testing it, right? They're testing the pool.
Yeah,
at least that's what it seemed like.
I mean, they understand their issues with their map pool, and they're using stage 5 because they're qualified for champs to expand it. So I mean, it makes perfect sense. Vegas is a phenomenal MC Hardpoint team. They want to see how they stack up. I don't mind it at all.
Back up 1 second. Another very interesting thing about that map set: Mercado was available in both Hardpoint S&D and didn't get picked by either team.
Well, hold on.
Vegas is smoking dope if they pick Mercado against Optic, and they don't want to play their best map.
Yeah,
Like, they want to test their pool.
So.
Yep.
Yeah,
right on the money.
We can get into the first map a little bit. I mean, we start things off on an Embassy. Donnie, he's going to start things off. Vegas actually had a pretty good start to this game. It was pretty back and forth early on. I always feel like the first rotation, teams are trading hard points. And then when we get into the second set, you really start to see which team starts losing composure and making those mistakes. When it starts, I mean, is it true, Sam, or not?
I'm losing composure because Optic's black in the kill feed.
Yeah,
that's why I'm losing composure.
I
don't know why. Yeah, why'd they do that? Was that an accident?
I think whatever colors they picked to fucked up the. They fixed it after like map 2, but yeah, no, it's not a great color choice out of the observers or the league or whoever shows it.
You can see it's basically tied as we go into the second set. Vegas was able to get some time here and an Optic. And as we go into the second too, I wanted to highlight Clay here. I thought he did a fantastic job just getting gas control and making a play. He just did a good job pushing out gas and holding it for the boys. Or not Clay, but somebody on Vegas.
Clay made a really good play here. He just held middle map the entire time, and the people on hill just have to worry about one lane. It's like P2s are a lot, or like very deceiving, because it seems like a lot more of a simple hill than it is. Especially when you're playing from gas, they could be fucking anywhere on the hill. And there's like a bunch of different weird angles and timings to die for free.
Yeah.
So I think Clay does a phenomenal job holding mid here and just letting the guy on hill just like not like Eli doesn't have to be looking at this essentially.
Yeah, he started tweaking a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's worried about snaking here instead of shooting his gun, which is unfortunate. All good.
You gotta think the new generation of COD, Sam. Sometimes people oversnake.
I just wanted to give Clay his flowers for that, because I think he made this hill way easier. I think his teammates were doing their best to not help him out at all. But Clay had a good map.
It was right here on the P3 where Clay just goes absolutely insane.
What gun shots he have here, Tom?
Yeah, but what gun does Clay have here when he goes absolutely nuts? Well, right there, listen, right there. First of all, they're running 3 ARs on LSC. I don't want to hear it.
Oh shit! Oh, the huge map. They're running 3 ARs. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
This is where things get interesting, Sam. Watch this. The optic ladder is back in full effect. Nobody's looking at the ladder. Clay comes up top with the pistol, bro. And then he continues to put on an absolute show here. I mean, he pops up. He takes care of Dan. Ghosty, see you later. And just like that, Vegas get the break onto Optic Texas. And then Clay, he continues to get more kills here as well. I think it was Hook trying to make the play. He gets taken down by TJ. But Clay on that head glitch, he's just going to snake up. Use that grenade smoke to his advantage, and he picks up a couple more kills there. Finds one onto Dashy, and then another one onto Ghosty. Anything that they should have done different there, other than just watch the ladder? Looked like Shotzi kind of got some bad time.
I mean, yeah, well, Shotzi pushed into orange. Like, he could have just stayed up top, and he would have heard Clay coming up the ladder initially. Instead, he comes back. Clay's already head glitched, and look at him. He's just hanging on the ladder instead of he just like stays up top.
Can Dan not see him? You see Dan? Like, can he not get a shot on Clay here?
If he might, it's like if he's head glitching it, like he's sprinting and like he was up there kind of immobilized for a while. So like he's probably just he's not seeing a moving character at all. One thing for Optic on this map that I think they just need to get better at, they need to just get their ARs towards like these objective points, because I think a lot of teams will fall into this trap. It's like, oh, I have an AR, let me cut. But if you're not getting to this objective point with your trophy systems, you're just useless. You
can't sit on this hill.
On this map, on a lot of the open hills, you actually have zero choices as an AR player but to go to the hill. And if you actually go and cut, unless you have them in the super mega ultra fucking arm bar spawn trap, you're just you're actually just throwing, like, because your teammates are all gonna get naded and stunned 100 times.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I've been telling the ponies to use their tax. Because they don't use their tax on this hill. Sam knows because he was there coaching with me. But definitely, if you can't get a trophy down on that hill, you're screwed, bro. It's too small of a hill. You're just going to get naded out. Definitely want to tune into the listening with Vegas Legion. I thought they sounded great in the map 1. It seemed like they were just really feeding off one another. So let's tune into the listening and see how the boys from Vegas sound.
First off, one shot, you. Flag. Nice.
He was blind spot. I'm nading him.
Maybe chair to death.
He's chairs. I don't see chairs.
Got him.
That's one.
Two dead.
That's one. Nice. Stay alive. I'm shot on the right. Everyone play hill.
Yeah.
Play hill.
Spawn tennis.
Spawn tennis.
First off.
What's the last one? I think teach. That's one. I hear him. You clear it?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Back in the hill. First off.
Is that a first off? One shot. Front off. Missing 2. Dashy ghosty. One shot. Dashy. 1 second. I'm going right. I have a streak, guys. There's only one right. One shot on me right, Kyler. Going Vans. Vans, 1 bullet. Vans. 1 bullet. No, Vans. Front laundry shots. He's gonna go front laundry shots.
He won 1 shot. He won it 2.
No, I got both. I'm getting it with a trophy. I never killed Kyler. We did. Have a trophy on you. Yes, I did. Close the doors.
Go front laundry.
Close the doors. I'm banging. I'm holding the hill.
That's funny. Bro.
Over the hill. We're doing the same setup. All right.
Front laundry.
He's gas on me. I'm straight for your laundry, Teach. Gas on me. Who? Back hill. 1v.
And hill weak.
Oh, good. I'm gonna go top cat, bro.
Bottom desk and hill.
One's gonna be P2. I'm pitching it. Pitch your P2. Look in front. It's on top gas. Top gas. Dead. More Xbox. He's going laundry, Dashy. Go on laundry.
Laundry and red.
Alright, that's going to do it for the listening for the Vegas Legion. I really like their energy today. They had really good energy. You could tell they really want to make champs, man. They really
Shout out Don, bro. Don has some really good calls there.
Yeah, he did. He had some great comms. I mean, Ben, Chris, any thoughts?
They sound great. Can't say anything else.
Yeah,
Yo, Clay is sounding though. Holy shit. Yeah, he said it like 3 times. You hear him? I hear him. We hear him.
He's the sound EQ. Everybody's got it on now. Everybody's sounding.
Holy shit, he's got his hearing aid turned all the way up.
That's not right, bro. That's not right, my guy.
That's not right, Sam. That's you
My
didn't
bad.
have to
I'm
do
sorry.
that. But
I'm
hey,
sorry.
can we say something? Clay turns 31 soon. This
That
guy's
ass.
literally smoking these guys.
Guy's slamming.
He's 34 and 19. And then as we head into the third P2, who is it? It's Mr. Clayster. What does he do? He calls that streak. And he was able to find 2. I don't know if Optic had a trophy or if Vegas were able to blow it up or what. Because I see the trophy doesn't get down in time, I think is what happened. Did it not get
those
down
guys.
in time right
Nah, bro, they were faded. They literally put it down as he blew up.
Yeah, they waited too long to put it down, and then boom, there they go.
The trophy. People were saying he hit the wall. No, he didn't put it down in time.
He didn't put it down in
Yeah,
time.
it would've hit the trophy.
And that
It would've
arguably
killed me, Kravis.
probably cost it Optic. Optic maybe could have been able to win this map there if Clay doesn't get a 2-piece streak right there.
Yeah, there's no way.
Well,
I feel like Optic
think
had a couple opportunities to win this map at the end of the game.
I think Optic's biggest issue on this map, watching it through now, was that first and second rotation. Like, they were just never ahead of the game on any hills. They weren't ahead of the game on any P2s, any P3s, and especially on the P4s. And once they did start to get ahead of the game, when they got the P4 break and won the rotation in P5, they started to get back in this. I think it's
the
something
one
for them
time
to
they
work on
were-
going forward.
But
Not saying that's it. I mean, if they want to get better at this map, like they need to control
yeah,
the flow of the map.
they need to rotate, bro.
middle.
Period.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 hills that they got to before the other team did. It was the P3 where they got broken from the ladder, and it was that hill right there where they just died to the streak. That's the only 2 hills, if you actually go back and watch, that they technically got to quicker than the other team. That's you're not gonna win. The fact that it was that close, mind blown.
Then it gets interesting because Optic gets in here at the last second, and then it becomes a race to the next hill. Standy was able to find 1 and then find 2. If Standy doesn't get that 2-piece, this map can probably go Optic's way again.
Did he hit fucking Kyler with the hip fire?
He hit
cheese?
fire, dead,
Yep.
and cheesed him, bro.
He hit fire. He hit him with the hip fire, Deddy, absolute cheese, and was able to get 2 kills on a rotation, which I don't even know. This was insane. Look at this, bro. Like the dead silence is just it's so weird. Like when this happens, like I don't even understand how this is a thing. But Standy, he finds 1. I think Shotzi gets stunned here. I think that might have been TJ.
Yo,
stunned.
what gun is this?
That ass. I don't
What
know,
the
Chris.
hell?
I don't know, bro.
This is a scar, bro. This is a scar right
It's
here.
a scar.
You know
Yeah,
what
because
I'm
he's
saying?
scarring them. That's why.
And he's silent. That's crazy.
Because he's scarring them, Tom. That's why.
We'll take a look at the final scoreboard, but 38 and 24 from Clay. I mean,
What a map.
dude.
What a
What
map.
a map from Clay. And then on the other side, 34 and 33 from Brucey, 29 and 26 from Hook.
That's pressure. 34 and 33.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce had almost 4,200 damage, so I mean, he was really just putting that impact on him. But yeah, guys, any final thoughts on the map 1? Really good map 1 here, Vegas versus Optic. Any final thoughts?
Good,
I mean, it was
win by
a
Legion,
good
but-
back and forth. I feel like Optic kind of tossed it at the end, but overall, I thought it was a decent map.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good map as well as we head into the Embassy S&D. Obviously, we got back-to-back embassies. Vegas actually rushed the 8-point, or the 8-bomb site in the first round. What do you guys think about that play call? I actually really like it. You never see a
No
lot of
trophies
people
for
do
the
this.
cross on B.
Yeah.
That's probably the main reason. And you would think, Sam, maybe because there's no trophies on the cross on B, you would think maybe Optic would stack A a little bit more, but maybe because you could tell they tried to come back, but it was too late. Like,
Well,
Standy was already there.
I've also thought this has also been Optic are always slow to rotate to A. I've noticed a lot of teams, especially when they play this with Illy, that was like X-Well play against Optic was just a fucking break ankles to A play. But I like it off the rip, to the point of like just being able to manage fucking 2 lanes.
It's good because it keeps them going A early. Is like it's just hitting an off bomb, bro. You hit an off bomb like early in the game, it makes it so that they're honest of it and they have to like worry about it later in the game, so they're more prone to stacking it. But also, you said that they don't have trophies, Sam. There's still other ways to work it. Like they can late cross off the top windows. They can stun out mid. Top AC is like a power position everyone likes to play. If you have no trophies, you can always like stack that late round. You can still make slow Bs work on offense. I feel
You
like
can slow it. You can slow it down B side. You could.
yeah.
But most people play aggressive on that B point for the most part. But I thought Vegas executed it well. They got the kill and they got the bomb down right away. So it was really good plays. And then we had in Optic there on the offense. They kind of soul play this round a little bit. But I love what Optic do here. So it's a 2v2 situation. They end up wrapping the bomb towards B after making a lot of noise at A. So they kind of keep Vegas on their toes a little bit. TJ, he goes blind for a second. He doesn't see Dashi on a bomb, but he takes him down. And then this is where Dan Ghosty was able to clutch the 1v2. And just to show you how he does it, He gets himself tucked into a little corner here, and TJ just didn't react in time. Donnie probably called him out, but TJ doesn't check in. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, I'm going to say something. This form right here is absolutely impeccable.
The state of the league is in fucking shambles, man. Holy shit.
The form right there from Dan Ghosty was impeccable, ladies and gentlemen.
Donnie's just fucking laughing, too, on the screen.
Yeah, Donnie lost composure. He definitely lost it.
Donnie also had a frag and tried rolling it at him, and Dan dodged it while snaking.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly the best play. Gotta give it to Clay, man. He was hitting some snipes in this map, bro. Don't see Clay at the snipe too often, but he was making it. Actually, he's been sniping a little bit this year, but he's definitely was putting it to work in this map as he was able to find a snipe there. But I really like the play here from Vegas. You got to see what happens here. So Vegas, they end up bringing the bomb towards A here, but it was Donnie Temp. He ends up catching one slipper, not Donnie Standy. He killed him cross map with a sub. Yeah, this Vaz, man.
What gun he got?
Nah, he got the Vaz, but he must have hit some crazy shots right there. I don't know.
There had to be crazy shots.
Yeah,
Okay.
he must have hit some crazy shots there, cause I don't know what was going on there, bro.
Got you. Okay.
But I like the play call here. Sam, what do you think about this? Get the kill B and then insta rotate, break the ankles. Donnie gets top AC, watches the crossback. I thought this was executed perfectly. I thought it was a really good round. Definitely tippable. Good shots from Standy, and I think as soon as they saw Shotzi try and cross, I think they knew that B site was wide open. Great plays coming out of Vegas as they go up 2-1 here in this one.
Dashi almost clutched that. That was a close clutch.
Yeah, it was close. He ended up actually missing. So it's a 1v2 situation. He catches Donnie slipping here with the snipe. And things got really interesting when he realized Standy was right next to him. Once he realized that Standy was right here, I was like, uh-oh, this could get scary. Because you know Brucey doesn't miss often. And he just misses him here, bro. Like, he literally just missed his head.
Damn.
Standy, he just skedaddles out of there somehow.
Got shitting himself.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too. If you're trapped in a corner,
bro, that is the ultimate respect, bro. Standy's not only is in a CQC environment in a building, and he is still bolting it from a sniper rifle.
Yeah, I respect that.
That is the ultimate
Guys
respect.
instilling fear, bro. LAG's on a ringer. Instilling fear in these boys.
I mean, you do got to be careful, bro. Brucey don't miss a lot with that snipe, so, you got to watch out for that. And then Clay.
Hey.
He hits the snipe on a cross, bro. Fantastic shots coming out of Clay. Ben, take it for here. I gotta, let it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. And then from there, Optic down to Dashi in a 1v3, and we know obviously this is like the unbreakable setup. And I'm curious what you guys think, kind of watching it back. Like, what do you think was the adjustments that Optic made to get back in this map after they were kind of down 1-3?
I think they started taking their time a little bit more. And they started working around their bathroom and like around the P2 point a little bit more. They stopped just kind of rushing out and crossing. They realized that Clay was on one. He was hitting his shots. So they were hesitant to cross quickly. They got a few first bloods out of Standy that trying to hit the bathroom. They were able to late work some picks. I think they just slowed down their game because they were just kind of rushing around before. And I think Vegas was doing a really good job of, stopping those or getting B bomb denials.
Yeah, and in this next round, I love the play from Dan Ghosty in this round. He just times this perfectly. He pops a dead silence, and he runs through PD, and he just catches him slipping. He's able to find one. Then the guy on bomb dies, and I like how he repositions himself back to the front, get on the same side as his teammate. Last one up is going to be Clay. Fantastic plays from Dan Ghosty. Putting the dead silence to work, man. Sometimes I feel like people don't use their dead silence right, man. They just either don't pop it, or they just fucking pop it and do nothing with it. So I thought those were a really good play from Dan to get around them. And then as we head into the next one, this round was all Standy. Check out the shots here from Mr. Eli as he's pushed up onto that bomb. He finds one on a Dan. And was it the angle here that Optic just didn't expect him to be there? Was that like a little off angle?
Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of got to overextend through the window to see that. So
it's a good spot. It's a really good spot. And he put some nice shots down, too. He finds two. TJ Haley finds one. Puts some shots down into the last guy. It's Hook. He's not able to clutch the 1v3. So Vegas, they go up 2-4. And in this round, Vegas, they get the bomb down, but
I feel so bad for Tej here. I feel so bad for Tej. He thought he was going to be everything, and he finds absolutely nothing.
Well, I feel like Tej right here, once he pops the Deddy, because this guy top AC is shooting at somebody top window, I thought maybe he could have made a play ladder here. Because he's not paying attention. He's completely distracted, And the bomb's not down yet. He popped dead silence. Like, I don't even think this guy AC knows he's here. But it said TJ goes for the super duper flank. And he just goes all the way around. And
I think I would have liked to see him go like P1 through orange here. It's kind of hindsight because I fucking know where everyone's at here. But
Yeah,
I think like come through orange just to try to catch this guy off guard because he probably was doubled up either on the bomb or top AC. So I think if he tried to cut it a little bit short, maybe kill Ant earlier, and then play for Bruce afterwards, I think that probably would have been a little bit better. But he probably thought he could find someone gas on like a super late pinch coming to refill B.
It would have probably been unfortunate regardless because that door was closed, bro. Hey, whenever I use dead silence and like I'm going on a flank and I see a closed door that I have to hit, even with the creek, bro, I'm just like, oh, this is so annoying. I know somebody's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the hell happened here, but Brucey just absolutely smokes two guys mid. I think he was top paper. Next offense, Brucey was just able to get aggressive and just find a quick 2 kills. This was a really quick offense from Optic as they get 3 dead in the first 10 seconds. They tied up at 4. And in this round right here, a little bit confused here. I feel like if TJ's going to trade, like somebody needs to be there with him, like ready for a trade. I don't know. He just dies across by himself. And then Hook just runs, like he just runs back, runs through orange. Like I don't know.
His teammates didn't even move.
I mean,
they didn't move. They didn't move. Like
I think even if they trade it, Ant was middle, so like I don't think the trades would have gone their favor regardless.
But
yeah, he did have a good angle for the retrade and the Windows and D1, but that's just like kind of hindsight. You need to have some initiative here.
It is hindsight, but at the same time, if you're ever gonna late cross, you got to do one thing.
Yeah,
you got to go top your fucking windows where Clay is. And you got to bounce a stun off the flower pots and stun your front mid and then dive out the fucking window. That is how you cross. Crossing late without any sort of mid control or presence or information, you're just asking to die.
Well, that's why I think we were talking about during the watch party, like especially against a team like Optic. I feel like doing what we see like Faze in New York do a lot, which is you play for the defensive team to push through halls and bathroom and force them to make a mistake. Trying to get information, and then you can use your numbers to get the bomb down might be a more effective offense strategy as a default.
And then Clay shoots the trophy, and Dan throws another one down. So
one more thing I think here is I think Clay kind of got trapped in the sniper fucking paradox where he was hitting shots earlier in the game. I think Optic like made some really good adjustments to kind of neutralize him and essentially make every round a 3v4. Because like a lot of these situations where you're talking about time where like T just diving out, if Clay's up here with an AR, like able to get in the mix a little bit more, I think that some of these rounds could go differently. And I think because he was hitting shots early, he wanted to keep it out. But like I said, I think Optic made really good mid-game adjustments here to kind of neutralize what Clay was doing.
And we've talked about that, right? Like even in the beginning of the year when pro players want to GA, like some pro players, I'm not going to say all pro players, but you know, some pro players want to GA the snipe. You can do that, man. You can make a sniper useless, Sam. Like you can play around it and make that guy, like you said, just basically make it a 4v3 situation if you do it the right way.
Yep.
And I agree. Optic did a good job, just kind of just taking Clay out of the game, and he kept it out too, Sam.
I think he sniped every round almost. It feels like he was hitting shots early, and then like Optic just started coming back when they did a good job throwing shoulders, finding out where he was, and then trying to play away from him or play super aggressive into the trades where he has to either jump at them with a pistol or do nothing. And I think that like right here, they're just running it. Like they're just trying to take space against him. So I think they were doing a good job. And I think Clay kind of fell into the trap of keeping it out.
And then Vegas, they weren't able to get the first blood here. So they make it a 4v3 situation, but things really flip on their heads. As Shotzi, you can see he has that bomb in hand. He spots the guy back alley, so he's going to chow him. He's going to kill him, get the bomb down, and he pretty much just does it all here. Optic just kind of break Vegas's ankles here. I don't know what happened to Vegas. I don't know why. You see number 7 on the bomb, on A bomb. Why are they just giving up B bomb? Like they're clearly not A. Like they have the information. Why are they just running away from B?
Yeah, I think Tej probably just thought that like maybe based on like a comms thing or something like that. Like just the way that Clay was probably shrieking that he was getting pushed. I think Tej just kind of overreacted the info earlier in the round.
Yeah, I thought maybe Vegas they should have done like they had the first blood. They should have kept the map spread and just kind of held their lanes, but they ended up just giving away to B site. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if he like gets into this position, like I even said it during our watch party, I was like, he's getting in a spot to basically GGB. They have no idea where he is. He's on the stairwell. Like this guy has in any sort of B rotation, B anything, he's gonna stop it single handedly. He just needs to camp there and play off his team's like contact, like wait for his teammates to make sure like okay they're going to commit to A, then make a play. Said he over rotates, they rotate to B for free, and yeah, it didn't end well.
Yeah, it's gonna do it for the map 2. Optic close it out 6-4. Dashy 9-6. Great map from Brucey. 9-7 from Ant. 8-5 from Ghosty. 7-7 from Hoog. Everybody pulling their way. Everybody doing what they gotta do. Any final thoughts on the map 2, guys, as we head into the LSCLO control?
Wow, Vegas really trolled in the first blood. It's like bad.
How many did they have? Do you have the stats?
Seven,
Seven.
and they won 4 rounds. It's not
Damn.
good.
That's
So I'm
definitely
saying
not
I
good.
think a lot of that came down to Clay as well. Like I said, it's just he was hitting his shots, and then I think he had what 480 damage right there to end the game in like a 10-round game or so. So
Definitely, you got to know when to put it away, Sam. You got to know when to just drop that shit.
you got to
I mean,
know when to whip it out, and you got to know when to put it away. Tom.
I mean, to be fair, very well said, Sam. Very well said. But you know, he was hitting shots, to be fair. But dude, after like 1 or 2 rounds, I mean, I almost feel like it's cool, even if you're hitting shots, to put it away will really throw him off, right?
Yeah.
They probably
Yeah.
think you're gonna still have it out. Just kind of switch up the looks a little bit. But let's head into the LSCLO control. We start off in the first round. Dan Ghosty, with 2 seconds left on the clock, was able to get onto this B point and somehow stay alive. And then Donnie, he ends up putting some shots in and he goes down. So I was like, oh no, here we go again with Vegas. I mean, their control just continued. They just always tweak at the end rounds of control. But they do hold on to the 8 point here on defense. They do a good job just keeping their pressure here, and they never really go 4 dead. So good plays from Vegas to just stay pushed up, focus on those kills. You can see the lives, they dwindle down for Optic. Good first round from Vegas. Then we get into the second round. Vegas, they start off pretty slow. They go down quick, but they end up kind of slow playing this B site. They got A right away, so they were just trying to find kills, but Optic, again, they do a good job holding on. You can see here, this is where I thought Vegas had a real opportunity to get the cap here, but I forgot who it was, but somebody just loses a big 1v1 on the hill. I think it was Standy. So right here, if Standy wins this 1v1, I can see them maybe taking this round. But he goes down right there. Boom, he dies. And
No
then,
aim assist cheese.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
shooting through that
don't think I've
fence
ever
is
won a
terrible.
gunfight through that fence in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, when I play rank play and try and shoot through that fence, I shoot zigzags every time. And then my
It's like
chat goes me.
if you guys remember what Chris and I were talking about with LAG series, I think Optic's a really good example of the team that will run 2 subs because they like playing mid, super aggressive on their defense. I think Kyler and Shotzi do a really good job of like getting in bar and running through barrels and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
think this is like just one of the examples of different ways to play this map.
Shotzi
But
will
Ant
also
was
pull out an
pulling on
AR.
He does use an
Yeah.
AR sometimes, but I think they do a really good job of like doubling mid with subs as well.
Yeah. No, good round there from Optic as they were able to hold on. Big 1v1 on the point. And then we go into the offense. I thought Optic, they make a play towards B off the rip. They were able to get 1 tick and kind of drags Vegas over towards that B site. So it allowed them to just walk onto A and get A. You can see Shotzi's also got a streak to work with. He's going to call the streak. He gets the information, makes the call to his teammates. He was able to find 1 off the spawn.
Don's pissed.
I mean, yeah, I'm losing full if I come off spawn and I die from a cruise missile, to be honest with you. And then I thought Dashy winning that 1v1 on the right side of the map was huge. He wins that 1v1. Ghosty ends up getting a guy top party. And then this is where Optic, they're able to stack the point. They actually went a pretty quick offense here. So great offensive round from Optic as they go up 2-1. And then as we go into the second side, Vegas, they had a clean break off. They kind of worked through mid. Actually, we kind of see how they broke off here. They break off right through the middle of the map. Do you see this a lot, Sam?
Yeah, there's teams that like running 2 subs to get through because it gives your team options. We're basically playing so the whatever kill the other team gives you is where you end up going. So when you 4-hit mid like that, it kind of throws things because you don't know where people are going to end up.
Right.
So naturally, someone on defense usually will give you a first blood.
I see what you're saying. Like, just kind of play out the situation at
Yeah.
hand. Yeah, because they end up getting a kill down low. They get the kills B side, and then they cut straight to B. And they were able to get a quick B cap right off the rip. And you can see Standy, he was actually making really good plays. I like how Vegas, after they got the kills, they didn't let up on that spawn. Like, they kept that pressure on them. They stayed pushed up on a map. And they were able to work some spawn kills onto Optic as well. Maybe overkilled a little bit. I mean, Ben, we were talking about it a little bit during the watch party. But Vegas, they just, for some reason, they didn't want to work any stacks. They just kept getting kills, and they just wanted to keep getting those kills. Do you think there was any reason for that, or do you think maybe they were just feeling themselves a little bit? Like, even right here, 3 dead. You see Donnie Ghosty, he goes down, he overchows this guy. Donnie gets a kill, and he doesn't even get onto the point. He turns around trying to kill even more. I mean, they end up winning this offense pretty easily. Obviously, Optic's lives got drained a little bit. But it was a good round from Vegas. They definitely outslayed the hell out of them. They got him in a spawn trap. So
they just need to be careful there because I think Donnie got pushed up and he's somebody else like number 5 was like following him up like towards Party on the flank when that guy should have just cut because he's the reason why they spawned in so many spots.
Yeah.
If you were to go back and watch that, they spawned in literally all 3 spawn points for that control map, so they just got to be careful with that. But I mean, they're so used to not being good at control that they probably don't get into situations like this very often. I'm not waiting.
Right here.
No, that's actually look, the simple explanation, bro.
I'm not wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, well, they listen. We've seen this time and time again from them.
They're so shit at control. They just don't know how to win.
So Chris, you're saying number 5 here needs to chill. Just stay here.
Yeah, number 5 just needs to hold. And look, he unblocks this. Look, he's
unblocks it.
If Clay literally puts his controller down, they could just stand on top of the boxes on A and look to the left.
This guy's there. They're like, he just needs to like be selfish. Instead,
that's funny. Vegas just never finds themselves in good situations. They don't know what to do.
Honestly, it's not that bad of a play that he moved because he ended up spawning the other people further. It just looks hilarious because they just spawn on every point on the map.
Yeah, he spawned up deeper, and they were able to get onto this point. I think the last one here was Shotzi, but things get really interesting after Vegas capped this. This next round was fucking insane.
Nah, this is all Don Dada, bro. The ending of this round is insane.
Bro,
Kyler also scammed.
Kyler also does troll.
Scam.
Is Kyler the one that chows off point?
Yes, he chows off point instead of make a decision. Do I go spawn kill or do I have to come back? They needed 1 tick with 2 men on it. I actually think if he sits on it, Don had to come back. I
mean, you're buying time for your team to get back off a spawn and get all the trades and win the fucking map. So
to be fair, I think did Dashy hit him because they might have called him weak and Kyler went for the instant trade and just got shat on.
Well, let's watch it back and see what happens.
So it starts right here. So they get the B point, right, and then right here, right, 2 dead, right. Donnie's the last one up, and somehow Donnie's able to stay alive here. First of all, Jesus fuck. Hold on a second. Sam, what gun was that? Because Jesus Christ.
If Brandon had a sub, he would have killed him, too.
Shit, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was.
We can't tip good shots nowadays. It's disgusting.
Nah, it's good shots.
Tyler gets one, and then he goes for the instant trade on Brandon.
Yeah.
This is insane.
I love this play out of Donnie right here. That was an incredible play right there. Play the spawn kill. And it's literally sprinting with a knife to go for the trade. He has no idea that Donnie's going to chow him. I thought that was an incredible heads-up play.
Yep, and then I think Donnie, he's able to stay alive here and kind of play his life. But if Donnie doesn't pop this 4-piece here, I mean, they lose this game. So just really,
as soon as 2 go down on Vegas, they should have lost the round.
So boom, there's one from Don Dada. And you thought Kyler right here just stay down, right? Like don't overchow.
I mean, if they're doubled on the point and Donnie and Clay have to literally full sprint at it, or they will cap like 5 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that for a tick.
They might buy enough time for Shotzi to come in and help as well. Like
they would have forced them to jump into the point and just guess what corner they're in. So I think that Kyler chowing there definitely put them in kind of a weird situation.
It's just unnecessary shit. If he wins it, he looks like a hero. If he loses it, well, he costs the game. Like.
Yeah,
just the way
really,
it goes.
Really good play from Donnie. And then at this point, I mean, Optic doesn't have a lot of lives, right? So they have to really slow it down and try and get a clean wipe because if they don't get kills, they're done. Stanley opens things up in a corner. And then obviously Optic, only 3 lives left. They can't get anything done. I think Brucey, he tries to get onto this point. I think TJ, he ends up drop shotting this corner. Yup, and he takes it down. Clay with another one. Bada bing, bada boom. This one's all she wrote. And you can see how much it meant to the Vegas Legion. They were hyped up. They're obviously trying to get champs, you know what I mean? Donnie's just laughing.
It's the only shit we actually wanted.
Yeah, Donnie, is that what he said? Is that
he's
what
saying, oh my God. He's saying, oh my God, over and over.
They were like 0 for 8 before this in real matches, right? Like they hadn't won one at all this season on CeeLo.
No, it's their first CeeLo victory.
Take a look at the final scoreboard. Stanley had a good map, 30 and 28, 29 and 21 for Clay. Yeah, Clay played great this series. He did his thing for sure. He had a really good map. And then Donnie obviously saved him the game. I thought we definitely got to show love to Donnie. He was the one who got them that dub, in my opinion. He just went absolutely massive. 32 and 20 to end it. So great job from Vegas. Any final thoughts here in the control other than, wow, Vegas finally did it and won a control?
That was a good as map. I think both teams played it well and threw just about as equally as well.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem with Optic, and that's why they've been losing their grand finals. They play this map in a lot of their grand finals, and they struggle on it because when they play against the top dogs, they're just not making as many mistakes on it. and they got to clean up their control because it's still one of their issues. Like obviously
the
they're
weakest
still,
game mode by
yeah,
far.
obviously they're still a top team, but they just got to make sure that they get that discipline up because it's starting to bite them in the ass in multiple finals so far.
Well, they did pull up to this hotel hardpoint and made send us to a game 5 in about 15 seconds. So we'll tip that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this one was over pretty quickly, and again, it's just those P3s, man. Like, no rotates here. Right here, I think it was Eli. I don't like how he just kind of hovers mid-map and tries to play cuts. Like, bro, just get to the next hill. Like, just get in there. Like, there's 14 seconds left. You know Optic's taking long routes. He's kind of playing kills mid-map.
Oh, we didn't kill him.
And look, he doesn't kill him, Sam, and now he's
I think
late.
he spawned and immediately saw him. That's why he stayed.
Maybe. Did he see him right away? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he did see him.
He literally saw him. He saw him cross right there.
Even if he sees him cross, though, Sam, don't you think he should just run and get into that next hard point with a sub?
Yeah,
like,
he
just
shouldn't
get
cut
in
through
there.
mid. He should literally play from inside, especially he's got a sub.
I think
mean,
he should get in there personally. I think he should get it because his two teammates are spawning out, Sam. Like, you just get there. Just
I think
get there,
I would agree with that because if they don't spawn out here, I think him playing this cut's fine. Like if they spawn P5 behind him,
bro,
but since they spawned out, yeah, I agree with that.
If I'm a sub and my teammates spawn there and they're going to P3 and they're playing tight, I would probably play a cut and play like a corner, like stay pushed out a little bit. You gotta be careful, but
he's the first guy in line. He needs to go.
He's the first guy. He's the first guy. He needs to go.
I mean, we've talked about it with this hill, bro. Like you gotta be really careful if you don't have P2 control that you're not spawning yourself in the back of P2 with like 20 seconds left in the hill.
And it happens
because you're just gonna
all
get
the
fucking
time.
chained. And like I think Sam, your team's really good at it of just knowing when to chalk it and just guarantee P3. I think we saw Vegas multiple times in this map struggle with it.
One thing I also think they got to be careful is if Standy gets there earlier and like pushes up maybe towards hot tub if he's so early, he's gonna like stop. He's gonna start influencing that bed spawn. He's almost gonna like block it in a way because that's one other thing is like once the Optic boys got across towards like the bed in the mid map, they started getting that bed spawn with like. You know what I mean? Like it's just they have to block the spawns from old to not give them that spawn so they can go around the back. So
yeah. And then I thought going into the P4, I mean, again, Vegas get there early. They're the ones who get that. Sorry, I was going the wrong way. Vegas, they get there early, but look at how they were set up. I mean, anything you would change differently? They're pretty sporadic here. Like TJ's pushed out pretty far. I mean, luckily Ghosty didn't get a kill there, but just look at this setup from Vegas. I just feel like it's terrible. I just feel like it's too easy. Like Optic break in here way too easily, bro.
I mean, the
Way
problem with their setup, Tom, is the guy who was holding the like mid info desk pinch. He dies. Optic immediately spawns in the back, and they're the closest ones to the hill because there's a guy in bed. Like they just like Clay's just got to essentially try and stay alive if they're gonna have the setup. Otherwise, they're fucked.
I think Tej being here kind of fucks things up because if he's white, even if he's white or whole or just something to make sure that this timing isn't here, none of this happens. Clay just kills Shotzi for free running through lobby. Like Six is in a great spot to hold the front pinch. Like there's no world where they even come close to touching this hill. But the fact that Dan gets this timing and messes up Clay breaks the hill.
I think it's also he's just scared to die. Like he got one, he got one already. He's expendable. He has so much map pressure. Like he needs to get one. Make sure that all right, nobody else around him. All right, just go chase a kill. Like he's expendable. He shouldn't be just playing his life forever because he's almost influencing spawns in a negative favor for his team. If he's left alive for too long,
he's blocking the white spawn and they're blocking his spawn.
Exactly. Yeah. So like when you play those like ratty spots and rotations where you're going like rogue, where you're pushed up in some like a weird spot, you get one, you get two, whatever, you instantly die or you like get the fuck out of there because you're influencing the map in a bad way for your team.
Yeah, I agreed. I just thought TJ was way too far out of the play there.
I don't mind TJ being there, but he just can't give that one timing. Like that one timing fucked everything up. His teammates were in the perfect spot to hold this hill, and the fact that Dan got there literally ruined everything.
You want to know what it reminds me of, Sam? And you as a competitor understands, you guys too, Tom. It's like, yo, I got this for you. Do you like have it? No, I got it. No, I give it up for 1 second. Oh, no, a guy gets through because you're playing the like bait spot. You're not playing the hard hold on the cut. You're playing the bait spot for the cut.
Yeah, no, I hate that. Bro, I hate.
Yo, I got it. Trust. What?
Yo, I give it up for 1 second.
There he is. There he fucking is. But let's go in. Me personally, I mean, those are two really big rotations that I think Vegas threw away. Just two big mistakes. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Optic is up 100 points going into the P5. Let's tune into the listening and see how the Optic boys sound.
Where's doubles? Pitching doubles then?
He's freezer.
No, still on side rugs, I think, Sandy.
Freezer, I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's their side point, Sandy.
Their side point staking. When did that get on point?
We should play new. Literally. Maybe one max it'll.
There's gonna be one guy here. He's already on me pool, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 100% he's gonna be here.
Running single. What's beacon?
He's back pool on me.
Beacon
Back
one
pool
shot.
weak. He's like on the pillar right there.
What's the point?
Beacon.
Is there anyone in the back?
He could be back at Sunday.
Yo, listen, there's 2 out. There's 2 out. One's just wrapping. I think one's wrapping out the freezer.
Nothing beacon.
Close side army, close side
Nothing
army.
middle. They wrapped out. They wrapped out.
Watch your package.
With you side door, Connor. Let's go.
He's close side or weak.
Side door, me.
One.
DJ was weak side.
Over.
Side
He's still side
He's
door.
weak, he's weak. They're spawning on you. They're
They're spawning on you. Couches.
Shotsy goes crazy here.
Couches.
3.
We're gonna side to the back, side to the
We're
back.
missing one. Donnie. We're missing Donnie. I'm holding the cross. Crossing dead.
I'm blocking
Alright,
kitch, I'm blocking
missing
kitch.
Donnie pool.
Jesus.
He's pool,
Yeah.
guys. That's last one.
He's pool. Laying down.
Yeah,
Dead.
Alright, that's last one.
I'm blocking
Alright,
kitch, I'm
we can soak
blocking
here.
They're gonna be lower bottom.
Oh,
I have your bottom, I have your bottom.
I'm trying to get time here.
I needed your plat. I needed your plat. Yeah, I have mid. You're good. One shot
I'm
plat.
holding bottom.
One shot plat. I have mid.
I'm not driven. In bed tips.
Behind top end, I'm behind top end.
Going kitch.
One more pot.
I got him.
Nice. Intercept.
Absolute on point, absolute on point.
Right.
He ran to the back block. The back
What's
block.
side kitch? Side kitch to the back.
Yeah.
He's behind
I think he's on the back
Yo,
right
what's
block.
Beacon Donnie cutting?
Yeah, Beacon got me, Beacon got me.
He's not back right. He's back left. One guy's pool.
He's still Beacon, he's still Beacon.
I'm trying to
Oh, one shot. Dead.
Did you kill that kid Beacon or not?
Nah, I don't think we did.
back. Oh my shit, I'm bad. Get down.
Somewhere new, Donnie.
Get up.
Let's get it. All that.
Doubles,
What's that kitch?
doubles, Donnie.
One shot.
And that's gonna do it for the listening for the Optic guys. How do you think they sound? Thought they sounded pretty good. They were winning by a lot, so they slowed down a little bit. Vegas started bringing it back, but what do you think?
I like listening. I like the play call out of Ant on the initial P6 to just like they're up so many points that they can afford to chalk the time. I do think they misplay the rotation and then get bailed out by Ant again. But I like the play call, just understanding the game state and what they can give up to get back.
We're actually talking about that a little bit because Ben was, I think Ben, you were the one who said it during the watch party, but you felt like they should have played that old time. I just think where they're spawning, like because with 30 seconds left they spawned the back Sana, it was probably just a better play to just get to new.
I mean, they beat him by a mile. I think they misplayed the rotation. I think the
I don't
call
like the
was
way they
correct.
played in Kitchen. Do you like the way they challenged Kitchen, Sam? Like Dan and I think it was Dan and Hook. So if I back it up here. You see optics here. See how they swarm kitchen? See how they overchallenge? I think they should just hold corners out here.
I mean, the play is on Vegas. The play isn't on Optic here. So I think that forcing Vegas to do something as opposed to Optic trying to clear kitchen is just a much better idea. You know they're coming off old.
And then luckily Shotsy goes crazy because they overchow a little bit, I think.
Yeah, especially with the guy. So one of their teammates spawned Chandelier. So like if they buy that guy enough time, he disrupts the entire play. But they didn't give him enough time, and then it just came down to Shotsy to make the hill saving play, I guess. But
I think that's just like a kind of a little bit of insight into Optic's hard point. Like I think that they understand the game state a lot, or very well, excuse me, and just like they're up 100 points, we can afford to chalk this 30, play for a full 60 essentially. So I like the play call out.
Yeah. And then at this point, I just think Optic just got off to too much of a lead. I mean, Vegas did a good job trying to bring it back. They started locking down a little bit of time here, but like I said, because Optic had just got so big of a lead off the start, they were just able to hold on this one. They get a pretty big P3 hold. And that one pretty much solidifies it. At first, Sam, I thought, remember when Vegas? I mean, sorry, Sam.
No. I've never seen Vegas come back on this map, bro.
Sorry, Sam,
I've never seen it. That lead was insurmountable, Tom. There's no way they could have brought this back.
Zero chance, right?
There's not a chance in hell that Vegas could have brought this back.
The reason why I'm saying that is because Vegas got into this P4, and I remember that's how it started with y'all. So I was like, it brought back a little PTSD for me, Sam. I'm sorry, but
this lead is just insurmountable, Tom. I don't think I've seen a comeback like this in many moons.
Hey, take a look at the final scoreboard. 29-24 from Teej, 25-20 from Donnie, but rough map from Clay. Sandy obviously negative on the other side. Ant played really good. He definitely bailed him out a couple times. But Big Boosty, 24-16. What a map from him. He's been really showing out for the Optic guys. I mean, any final thoughts on a map 4 before we head into the last and final map?
Ain't got shit. That was a good map.
Ain't got shit. Good map.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
Moving.
Phenomenal. Let's keep it moving. First round, we get it to the S&D. Last map, map 5. It all comes down to this. Vegas trying to get it to champs. We head in to the hotel search, and I thought TJ, he kicks things off. I mean, Ben, I know you really like this play. TJ, he actually catches the timing here. You know, a lot of people like to sit in that B room and just play corners, but TJ plays it a little bit differently. He actually slow peeks it and finds a little bit of a timing there. So he was able to get a first blood there. Really big plays from him. And then I thought this was a little interesting. I thought this was a little weird. So, Optic, they wrapped the bomb back, right? And then I think it was Big Brucey. He sees Clayster. He puts shots down into him. But then Ghosty just, like, it almost seems like he didn't even, I don't know. Maybe he thought Clay ran away there. It's just, I would think that they called him out there, no?
Bro, the way he shot, it was almost like he was going to, like, sit on the stairs for a second. It would look really weird, but Clay was able to kind of finesse there, and it's a 1v3, and it's pretty much shocked at that point.
Yeah, no, it was a good play. Obviously, he gets the kill, and Vegas were able to win the round. But definitely maybe a miscommunication, or maybe they thought he ran, which makes sense. But then we get into the next round. It was TJ who goes down early. He gets blooded, but it ends up being a 3v3 situation, and this is where things get interesting. Standy, man. Standy, yeah.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Not really too sure what's going on there. Just looked like
he just lost. No, he just lost full. Like whenever
shit.
he didn't kill this guy, and like he had like the last 3 bullets left, like he just lost full. Like he didn't want to. He didn't want.
He shouldn't pre-fire through the, like what he had. He only has 18 shots, like 15 shots here. Like he can't waste his bullets pre-firing here because, bro, I know you guys know this as former players. Bro, you know when somebody's has to reload. Like if somebody's like spraying at you and they waste all, like you know as a player, like oh this guy's gotta reload, like he's screwed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Brucey, like Bruce is in there just shanking, dude. You know what I mean? And I think they showed the highlight at the end, and I thought it was hilarious because Bruce, he was just sitting in the corner, just like shanking his knife for dear life, like just trying to stay alive. You see the door pops open.
Bro, he's like, I'm dead, I'm dead.
My God.
Company Brando fucking knifes the guy running through the door, dude.
Yeah, but then Standy makes up for it. Next round, I like the angle here from Eli. He gets himself tucked right here, bottom bed. And it was Shotzi who tries to make the play here, and obviously he goes down. Standy, not only does he get the kill, but he throws the tax out. He's able to stay alive as well. So really big plays there. They kind of keep Optic pushed back. Ghosty gets a big fight onto Don Dada there. I thought maybe Optic might have been able to do something here. But TJ, he makes the play through middle, and then it's going to come down to Mr. Dan Ghosty. And Dan, obviously with no time left on the clock, he can't get it done. So Vegas, they go up 1-2. And in this round, it starts with Clayster. He actually gets picked. What do you guys think about this? I think Vegas tried to do a 3-hit B, get all of Optic to maybe rotate back, right? Like show your numbers, like show your presence. But Clay overchows. I think if you're gonna do a strat like this, Clay can't show himself. He needs to stay down.
You know what this round reminded me of, Tom, was the how you guys would play London Docks S&D in World War II.
We did that all the time. We always did that.
Preston would just go play at A-Ball.
Yeah, we throw him on the A site by
Every time.
himself. Yeah, and it worked. It worked, bro. Because teams didn't know, like right here, right? Like if somebody from Optic sees 3 Vegas players, right, they're all gonna start rotating back, and then Clay's can make a play with that bomb, maybe even get the bomb plant down. But teams are too smart for that now. Clay's up over challenge. I think Clay needs to just hide there and wait for his teams to make a play. And then things obviously get a little interesting because then Standy, he's able to actually get the bomb down and stretch it. But everybody from Vegas is so far. Standy goes down after he plants the bomb, and Donnie's across the map. So as soon as TJ makes the play here and dies, he needs to check bomb. He
Don's
goes
on
down.
the pitch of a lifetime with no daddy.
Dude. No daddy, pinch of a lifetime. I mean, Optic just hops the bomb. They have all the information, and that one's all
What spot are people playing in bottom bed? Because to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure you can see the bomb stretch no matter what, Sam. If you hug the wall, like the corner, not like the deep corner, like you know that little head glitch people sit in.
Yeah, you can see like on the left side of it if you're looking at it. Yeah.
And stare at it. I'm pretty sure you can see them planting. Am I right or no?
No, Eli planted in literally the perfect spot. There's an angle that you can't see it, and it's right where Eli planted.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, I've always seen people fuck it up, and I see their arm, and I'm like, I don't know if it's actually a full stretch.
Because like if you lay down or stand up, I don't remember. I think it's if you lay down, you have a further plant spot than if you're standing up.
Yeah,
so
makes
if you
sense.
fully like to the millimeter plant laying down all the way to the edge, you can't get seen.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then we get into the next round, and this is a round Optic threw away, man. This is a 2v4 from the Vegas Legion. I thought Vegas was going to run away with it after this round. This is a round that Optic probably should have had in the bag. He starts a Shotzzy. He jumps down low. Instead of doing that little drop shot, he just says, fuck it. And he jumps the corner this time. He's able to take care of Standy. And then Hook finds one. And then Donnie, he's in the Abizi 1v3 spot. How many times have we seen people clutch up here? Even on control, too. Like, how many times are people down here in control just, like, clutching it up? Like, it's so annoying to deal with people down here. Donnie, he finds one. Hook gets the trade. And Hook, he's going to pick up the scar. play an angle, but TJ, he sees him laying down, and TJ takes care of Beige. Anything Optic could have done differently there? I mean, they kind of get picked apart here.
I mean, I think just Clay made a really good play. In terms of like, I guess the micro type of stuff, I think if Brandon won that gunfight against Tej, the round's over. Tej just literally won the gunfight that essentially won them the entire round. Not only that, he put him in a position to clutch the 1v1. So
yeah. And then you can see it starts with Donnie. He's able to shoot him off bomb, and then TJ finds another one. It's just obvious. Honestly, I thought TJ and Donnie made some really good plays here as well. Especially Donnie just staying alive down here and just denying those bomb plants, and he's able to get the planter as well after that. So just good round coming in for Vegas. So it's a 2v4 from Vegas, so I'm sure Optic, they're gonna go back and watch that one and see what the hell's going on. But Optic, they bounced back quick. They get a clean round. It was number 6. It was Donnie who again challenges A-side, kind of like Clay did in that other round by himself. He ends up getting blooded, and then after Donnie gets blooded, it's Standy who tries to make a play over towards the B site, and he gets taken down by Shotzi. So just too many solo challenges from Vegas. Like I don't think Standy should be pushing into B by himself. I think somebody should be there with him. Maybe he tried to make a play because his teammate died, but great plays from Shotzi. It was a quick round, clinical round from Optic. They were able to get the picks. They tied up at 3. And then in the 3-3 round, Shotzi, he makes a really good play here. It starts with Shotzi. You can see on that mini-map, number 2. I don't know if he popped dead silence here or
he did.
Or
he has it on his,
he popped it.
On his portrait.
He popped the dead silence. And he's able to make a play. He finds one onto Donnie. And then right here, man, what do you guys think? Clay should run or what? Think he should run away?
We're holding CS angles, Tom.
And then look, he jumps back, tries to absolute world star him.
Man. I mean, if you're gonna do that, you just gotta hold the first one that he did, like the stairs door or whatever. I don't know what people call it, but
I mean, if Teach actually killed Kyler, I think Kyler kind of used sound cues there. Like this round actually got really weird because they would have had Optic a little bit stuck.
He probably should have ran. I think after Clay gets that one snipe, he should have just dipped out of there.
Holding op angles.
Yeah, he's holding the op angles. I respect it. If he would have hit that shot, it would have been sick. But he ended up missing a shot. And then in this round, Vegas, they end up getting the bomb down. 4v4 situation. Pretty good setup as well. They were able to get a guy. I feel like if you get a guy cross bedroom like this, bomb down, 3 on your side, 1 push the bedroom, this is chalked, bro. Like if you're Optic, how do you retake this? Go ahead, Sam.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. I don't, unless you're blind stacking something, like which I fully can understand. I think having nobody bed is just such a troll. I think it's like the bare minimum to have a guy bottom bed, or at the very least watching the cross, because then you get information on if a guy actually goes there. When you're trying to retake, you're just like praying that like you guess correctly. They just retaking this site with how many places people can be in, whether they're Godhead, he pushed a bed, bottom long, is playing in their spawn, info desk. If you don't get like initial information, you lose.
Round's over. Yeah. I think you can get away with not sending anyone bed, but you, like Chris said, at the very least, you have to have mid info, because if you say like you have the bed cross and you say like 3, like he planted 3 cross, then you can just go to their spawn for free and then essentially just hold angles on Godhead for the bed peak for the bomb. Yeah. So you can get away with it, but if you're not going to have anyone watch the cross, it's an immediate round loss every time.
Yeah, the cross is just so important, period.
Yep, and then next round, Optic, they do the same thing. They just get onto that A bomb site, they plan it right away, but instead of crossing bed, they just all 4 kind of stack their side, and it worked like a charm as well. In Vegas, they weren't able to get there. It's actually Hook who makes the initial play. You can see him on a minimap to number 3. He's kind of playing in a corner, or not Hook, sorry, Shotzi, who makes the play. He's able to find one, and he right through mid-map, and then he shoots him off the bomb with the help of Hook. And again, he picks up the kill. Good round from Optic, getting that bomb.
They literally traded rounds doing the exact same thing where nobody had info at all.
Just about to say.
Yep. And then in this next round, it was actually who got picked? I think it was Shotzi. He ends up getting stunned here. The blind counter. You can see Optic. I think they tried to do like
team deathmatch.
Yeah, bro. Team deathmatch today, and I think probably a blind counter there, Sam. Like Optic was trying to catch him off guard. And obviously Shotzi, he ends up getting blooded like right away, pretty early on. So Vegas end up working the A plant. Then he gets another kill. This one goes all the way to around 11, and this is where things get very, very interesting. I don't know what the hell happened here.
They said he tweeted he auto-mantled, right? On this gunfight?
Yeah, he said he auto-mantled.
Oh, he might have auto-mantled backwards. No bullshit.
I know
you can do it.
He tweeted something. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And that's not even auto-mantle. He just... Well, is he trying to like... No, he jumped back onto the heavy.
If he doesn't fail his movement there, he might win that. He might
Was
win
that a
fight.
mantle? That wasn't a mantle.
No, he mantles
Yeah, he
backwards.
mantled.
Mantle
Really?
backwards.
Yeah, he
and
It
mantles
mantle
look, on
backwards.
his screen looks like he's aiming the
like
entire
a little
time.
fucking
No,
fountain
you
back
can
there.
you can mantle
Yeah.
backwards that while you're doing
Was
it, though.
he like trying to jump on the heady up there to get
I
an
think
angle?
so.
Yeah.
I
Or
think he was trying to jump backwards for the angle.
Yeah, you just jump right on top of it, like right on top of the ledge. You don't get that like little mantle animation. You know what I mean? You go right into the
It just
gunfight.
looked like, I'm just curious, what is he trying to get the angle, or was he just trying to jump peek like this, like get info?
I
Because
don't know, but it was just
regardless,
great shots from Dan.
auto mantle or not, he was committed to checking that angle. Like, unless he was just trying to jump peek and run away, like if he's
Nah,
committed to the gunfight, like
if he doesn't
lost
mantle
it.
though, he might kill him if he doesn't. I don't think Dan Ghosty expected him to be there. Like that's an off angle, you know. Like I
It
don't
is,
think
it
that's an
is,
angle
but
people
that
usually chow.
head glitch is that like box is way too high to like single jump. Like you're gonna
Now-
mantle it regardless. I feel like.
Now this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't get. TJ runs through bottom bed, kills the guy top bed. Stanley kills the guy mid map, and then Stanley also knows right here, right? He dies.
Not planting the
he's
bomb.
B. Yeah, you know one's B.
As soon as Teach kills Ghosty, the bomb should be going in.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like I just don't understand. Like you have the information.
Like you call out bottom lights is open, or like the low left hallway, because obviously they can't clear it. Call out it's open, plant it safe from it, and then just play post plant. Like that's
Right, and it
On
just
top of
looked
that-
like so. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
So Teach clears top. He obviously cleared bottom. Standy's mid. So just plant behind the bomb safe
Plant it.
because
Yep.
there's no
Plant it.
way
This
they're
is
mid.
the only way he dies off the bomb is that bottom, the low left hallway. You just plant it safe, and then you just win the round playing post plant.
Apparently, there's a temp tweet, Ben. Maybe if you want to check it out, see what he said.
I'll be right
but-
back. 2 seconds.
Yeah, so basically the situation was this is like there was a Doug tweet and Doug basically like was like, yeah, like I just don't understand why everybody in the CDL is like so bad at planting bomb. It's so easy, just press square. Donnie said that he was following Teach's call. You know, Don had said on the podcast earlier this week, he was on Amos's and studies show that like especially in search, like when it comes to a player like Teach, he's gonna follow those calls because he wants his search players to be confident. They're primary search players, and he's just going to follow them up and make sure they're doing what they're doing. So in this case, Teach called to rotate to B, and said that apparently that when Stanley died mid-map by arches, they thought that Stanley had the bomb. That's why they stacked B, because they think that Stanley was the one running bomb, which is interesting. And then Don basically replied to Doug's tweet and said, like, you know, I haven't ran bomb since like Modern Warfare 2019, and I was just following Teach, and that was like all that stuff. And then Clay, you know, threw some shots at Doug. Doug had a situation in an academy match a couple of days ago where they somehow got 1v2'd on Fortress.
we got
'cause Doug
Twitter
checked-
beef.
They got 1v2'd with bomb down with 9 seconds left.
Wait, hold on. Doug's team in challengers is infamous for getting clutched on search. You guys remember the Rooper one
God.
with Shotzi
Doug down.
where the Rooper like the Thrush one? I forgot who it was. I think it was Rooper Skywalker, who was on the team that Snoopy was actually previous on, where he clutched that like round from mid tunnel and Shotzi gave him $500 or something. I can't remember. You guys definitely saw it though. But yeah, no. But I still think there's some more into what Doug is saying, bro. I think you notice it all the time. People have bomb PTSD, where like some people are just afraid of dying off the bomb, and they don't want to be that guy. It's like, I died playing the bomb. Like, just get it. Like sometimes you just gotta
So you
get
just
it
blame
down,
your teammates
bro.
for not watching shit.
Exactly. Always blame your teammates.
I think it's what we've talked about before. You just like you got to trust the fact that in this game, like many other games, your win percentage with bomb down is in the 60s. Like you get that bomb down, your chance of winning is going up like at least 20%.
You just
A lot of
you remove
situations.
the onus of making a play from your team to the other team as soon as you plant the bomb.
Yeah.
You force them to do something, and that's when teams fuck up.
Even if you technically like maybe not in that situation, but even if you technically die but get the bomb down, the odds are still in your favor. I've always looked at search this way: the bomb, whether it's you're defending it or whether you are the team defending the actual plant, is an extra man on the map, because that time they have to
Some
take
Rambo
to
Ray
plant
shit right there.
or defuse is pure information. It's literally a person off the map. So if you can always isolate that to a degree, it's an extra person on the map for you. It's extra information at all times.
And then Donnie also asking questions. He said, I asked Teej what he wanted to do. When I did that on New York Subliners, I used to get cooked. Stop asking questions and just take initiative and do something. You know what I'm saying? I said, what? Like I said, so ever since that day, you know what I'm saying? Don, you can't be asking Teej, what do you want to do, brother? Don, get the bomb down. Don't ask questions. Just get it done and take initiative. But unlucky there. I thought Donnie played really good today. I thought Vegas played really good today. It was a really good series. Went all the way down to around 11. So I mean, guys, any final thoughts on the on a Optic Vegas series? I thought it was a really good series.
I think for this series is interesting because I felt like almost the two of the sub players, like I think at times for Optic, and we saw it a little bit on land, Collar struggles. Some of like this sort of free flowing COD they were playing starts to get a little bit exposed. I think Eli, sometimes kind of makes mistakes, and I think for Vegas, bro, just in general, like they clearly have the talent to win these series. They can do it, but just like we saw with Paris Legion last year during the last stage, like yeah, you can get to game 5, but they're just constantly making the wrong decisions, find a way to lose 10 CDL points. And unlike last year, they're actually in the mix to make champs this year. They may have cost themselves some serious position with Rocker having 2 games on tap tomorrow.
Yep. I mean, I definitely think Eli. It's just like little things, man. Like little things. Eli's a good player. He's a good player. Knows how to win. But even like that P3, right? Like in hotel, like I just feel like little things like that can't happen. Especially if you're first in line, teammates just spawning out. You got a money hill coming up. Like it's just like fundamentals. You know what I mean? Just making sure you guys got that on like intact. You don't see any of the top teams when it comes to like the day one fundamentals. Like the top teams don't make that mistake often. So. It's just trying to like hound in on like little things like that, but good series overall. It was a fantastic series. But we'll head into the next series of the day, and this was obviously the last series. This was another wipage. Seattle Surge go up against Toronto Ultra, Hotel Hardpoint, Embassy S&D, Hotel Control, Embassy Hardpoint, Hotel Search and Destroy. I mean, guys, any thoughts on the vetoes? This series went by pretty quick as well. Just like the first one, we had another snoozer.
It just looks like a standard Seattle fucking Ultra series. They just love Hotel.
Yeah, I figured.
Can we,
okay, go ahead, Ben.
Like, let's get into it, bro. What are we like? I know that Seattle coming into this series, like Pred went to Australia. They were not on a lot of practice, which we'll talk about in a sec. Like, well, I think the Mac question is this, bro. Like, if you're Seattle, you're probably making champs. Like, did they explore potentially trying to play some games out Mac and see if things work a little better?
I don't know. Chris keeps talking about this Gwyn guy on the bench. I mean, I don't know if they really want to make changes.
So the only counter to that, Ben, I will say is like, what is adding? So like, I'm assuming you want to get rid of Mac just because he's playing poorly, right? He's just like not getting the kills, and I don't think having kills is the team's issue. Like, you don't need more kills, and I think like I'll be that guy, and I'll be fucking look at the mini map, and I think like. How Mac plays is, like, granted, getting shit on is no excuse, and that's just how it is. But the things that he actually is doing on the map is enabling Pred and Dante to do whatever the fuck they want. Like, Dante and Pred actually have to play respawn with no thoughts in their brain other than like get a kill. And I think Lamar is doing a really good job of that, and I think Mac is doing a really good job of that. Granted, it's no excuse to like play poorly, but I don't think adding someone that's gonna fucking give you a 1.0 is gonna make this team better.
I've said that before, Sam, but it's my son.
I agree with you, Sam, but here's my kind of counter to it is like I think they're at a point where their win conditions are pretty narrow. They have a very difficult time beating your team, beating Faze, beating Optic, so their ceiling is a little bit limited right now, and I don't know how much trust they have in winning. And I'm saying as like a potential option to try and breathe a little bit of life in this team, do you try and take Mac out, maybe put Gwyn in, maybe put someone else in, and see if maybe the vibes are a little bit better and they can kind of string some wins? Because I think they're good. I feel you, and I know Mac's losing a lot of singles these days, which is tough to watch because he's normally a very confident player. But I think they might need to do something to try and spice things up to give themselves a little bit more chance.
Yeah, I think they just need I just think they need another look somewhere, some way. Like, they're not getting the results they want. They have like one of their players is playing like some of the best individual Call of Duty you'll probably ever see, and they're not getting results. Like, there's no way they're not just like frustrated in that camp. Sometimes they need a new look. I think Mac is a great player, but it's the same thing with like the whole Optic Illy situation. I didn't think Illy was doing anything drastically wrong on their team, but they needed somebody else. They needed a fresh pair of hands on their team that was going to come in motivated and obviously want to prove something. And they got Dan in this in that case, right? Now they're.
I think Dan. Okay, sorry to cut you off, but I think that who's their sub, Gwyn, right?
Gwyn.
I think if he is the same player as Mac, in the same, understands the same fundamentals and like how to play the game the correct way, and he's giving you kills, that's the illy comparison with Ghosty. I think Dan and Ender are the same player, but I think Dan is just skillful. They're just better than Ender. So I'll just fucking say it. I just think he's playing better than Ender was, and I think he's doing the same things. I think he's playing correct fundamental Call of Duty, which is why Optic got that much better. They're just adding more kills, but keeping the fundamentals. And if Gwen's going to do the same thing for the Seattle, then sure. But I don't like, that's just the risk.
I mean, I'm just saying, give it a try. Like, you got nothing to lose here. There's no way that these guys are just going to be content with the way they're playing, and I think they're wasting Pred's fucking final year probably on this team.
And I'm gonna go into the P3 because again, like, I mean, listen, Dante gets the kill. He gets the kill, sure, but it's just you gotta be careful on this rotation, bro. It's a money hill. You need a clean wipe. You need a clean wipe here. He gets one. I would like to see him just dive the fuck out of here. Just get out. You got one. Go.
You're just on both sides of the hill.
Yeah, you're on both sides, and then, bro, he gets one, he dies, and then Lamar, he gets caught here, kind of unlucky. He was throwing attack. I thought it was a really good play from Hixie to just, you know what? You want to know what it was? Hixie insta-chowed that because he got a freebie. Like, he got a freebie, so he knew that there was a gap right there that he could potentially hit and catch somebody slipping, like maybe like looking side door or looking back door, and he was able to find two. So again, that's just a rotation. I mean, do you guys agree with me there that maybe they trolled this rotation? I think they completely threw this rotation away.
Yeah, I don't think him being pushed up there is necessarily a bad thing. I think it's
it's not. But I'm saying after he gets the kill, he needs to get the fuck out of there. He needs to get in there.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. But also, just like there's a thing in hardpoint in general, you just can't have too many people like pushed out. Like if you're gonna have one guy going rogue, getting early information on one side of the map, the other people have to play tight. It's as simple as that. Their problem is they're spread too thin that once one of them dies, if they hit a gap and kill the guy in the hill, like all hell is loose.
Yeah. And then after that, Toronto, they get most of that time. Seattle, they try and play Old Hill a little bit, and Ultra, they were able to chain onto this P4, so they ended up getting Seattle pinned back into those back sauna spawns, and they were able to lock down some pretty hefty time here, and they end up going up about plus 50 after the first rotation. Even the P5, they get here pretty early. They chained 3 hills together. It was Seattle that get there first. So Seattle, they get there. They get the kills. How does Seattle get broken here? Clean wipe. I mean, what the heck happens here for Seattle?
No one's watching mid alley, and I think number 4 just gets through and shoots a guy in the back.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Scrap finds one front. Somebody gets caught sprinting, and then they just get absolutely smoked on the hold here.
Back up.
Jesus.
How your team would normally play this, Sam? Do you like Dante's being the first guy off there to go outer and help the guy watch outside, or do you think you should go inner?
It depends on what 6 does. If Lamar or Mac is gonna hold, like we call it, like rugs or wine, so those timings aren't there to like get to their side or run through dub, then I think Dante's play is fine because this freezer timing is here, which is why Mac had to kind of run at it. It comes down to a comms thing.
He doesn't have to. I was gonna say he doesn't have to run at it. Yeah. I personally think
if Dante's gonna swing it, Mac doesn't have to do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I personally think on this hill you want them to come out of freezer. If you're subs, you are pressuring rug, you are pressuring cat room, you're pressuring dub on the other end, and you are forcing them to come out of either freezer or on the other end the shop, because it's the easiest, most isolatable angle possible, while the other ones are all closer and tighter in comparison and almost like have direct help of each other. If you're cat room, you can kind of help the guy like in rug. If you're rug, you can kind of help the guy cat room, and vice versa. There's no reason for Mac to fly at this, and AR should be watching it, and subs should be only pressuring cat and rug, period.
Yeah. So Toronto, they get in there. It's another break from them, and as we get into this last and final hill, this one was kind of back and forth. You can see Toronto, they had that lead going into the second set. Another P3 rotation troll. I mean, we'll tune into Seattle Search, see how they sound, and then we'll hop in again and look at the next P3 because Seattle throw it away again.
Couches, absolutely. Right side square. Give me 2 seconds. One shot top cat and 1 shot square. Bottom couches, backside couches. One side on me. Back kitch, we clean it. Back kitch clean it. I need a cat. Top cat. Clean next kitchen. One top couches. Hurry up. Any couches? Couches dead. Nice shot. Wow. Square. Nice, the 3. I got on. You going through? Yeah, con. He's gonna go down. One. He went through. Con it up. He's just sitting on the left. 2 1. One absolute. Scraps in you. Con blocking you. Okay. Try contest a little. I could've gotten you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to the back.
I got covered. One's art, guys. One's art. Absolute free, guys.
He's in the corner in there. He's stuck. Dead. I'm running away. I'm gonna put you left.
You have to get time, Dante. You have to get time.
Okay.
I'm blocking.
Yeah. They're going left to me. Pop it, I think. I don't have red door. I'm playing the broken.
Okay, I'm blocking.
I'm sitting ball right now. I think one's to the left. They're DR guys. They're DR. They're working the shit.
DR on you. I'm coming pond.
Chat. You can be red door. Ball, dead. Red door wall, dead. I'm pushing out curve. Stay down. Make sure we block the back. They're in the back. They're pond. One's in the pond.
He's in the blue dash right
Take it pond and one blue. Broken hole. He jumped out in pond. He's like on the right side of the car.
We spawned up.
He's on the car in the back, okay? I'm gonna hit this, bro. I'm waiting for you guys.
Everybody, he's fucking clock, bro.
Absolute pond. One's gonna be curve. Okay, one's gonna be curve as well. He hasn't pushed curve yet. Dior
I spawned in the back.
Dior, fuck. Dior, one shot. One's in on. Whoever has that broken, he's there.
Lamar whispering.
I got one hold.
We have to hold.
That's gonna do it for the listening for Seattle Surge. A little hectic at times. Wait, does Lamar need this like legit stand back there to block
Yes.
him? You legit have to stand there.
If you're
right?
not on the stairs, they will spawn Zig behind
That's
you.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
P2
insane.
stairs.
Yeah, if you're not, I mean that's what happens. As soon as he moves,
he's
they
like out
spawn
of
him.
the play. Like Lamar's gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like it sucks that you have to play it like that. Like you just have to, like,
It's just what
hard
happens
block
as soon as he moves, he spawns there and they got broke.
Yeah, and then we go into the P3. Seattle again. Actually, I think it was Seattle who got there early originally, and Dante was in a corner, and I was just a little confused here. How the heck Toronto? Well, like I'm confused where the Seattle players are. So the flips come in. That's what it was. Toronto spawns mid, and somebody
he just
spawns out
spawned mid.
bedroom. So that is what happened. He got
Jamie's
a
got a
mid spawn.
mid spawn.
He got because I wrote it down. I was like, bro, what happened there? Like.
I guess it's because the hill is white and AG's blocking that Zig spawn, so he spawns.
Crazy shit happens when the hill is white in this game, bro.
The hill being white just ruins everything.
Hill timings, chain spawns, fucking hill white, like Jesus. You gotta deal with everything.
I think Mac was in white, and then AG was blocking that Zig spawn, so Jamie didn't have another spawn other than middle map.
Yeah, take a look at the scoreboard. 28 and 20 from Scrap. He continues to do his thing. He's looked really good recently, man. He's been playing really, really well. 27 and 18 from Insight. 29 and 21. Man, I hate gassing Scrap. Guy's always running his fucking mouth. 29 and 21 from Clean Eggs. Good plays. And then on the other side, just everybody negative from Seattle Surge. Nobody able to get anything going. So, yeah, rough map for Seattle. Couple mistakes there. But Toronto, they took full advantage. Any final thoughts before we head into the map, too, guys?
Oh. No, after
Hold
map
hill.
one.
Slam it.
Fucking hill.
And this map could have been interesting. We haven't seen Toronto played a lot. It's been one of the least played S&D maps. We've seen Seattle played a lot, and yeah, I mean Toronto kind of got it going in the middle of this map. It looked like the series was over.
Yeah, I want to get to the Embassy S&D. The first 3 rounds were all defensive wins. Both teams doing a pretty good job just holding their lanes. But as we get into the 2-1 round, I thought Hixie made a really, really good play here. Toronto, they rush the B plant. They're able to get the bomb down, and Hixie, you can see him back alley just playing his life. You can see he's left in a 1v2 situation, and I really like how he plays this. I think because of where the bomb was planted, AG just didn't think Hixie would be playing back here. So Hixie, he ends up wide strafing out, finds one, and able to play his life as well. So just really, really good plays coming in from Hixie as he's able to clutch the 1v2. That was a really big round because Seattle could have tied it up there. But instead, Toronto, they're going up 3-1. So really good plays there coming out of Hixie. And then in the next round, you can see Seattle Surge. They work over towards that B site. They work some trades. You can see accuracy. He's going to be top windows, and he's going to be looking over this bomb planter. Kleenex, I think. He tries to make a play. Excuse me. And then Lamar, he gets the trade. Good plays out of them. But Ben, any thoughts on oh, Ben ran away.
I'm back.
Ben.
Sorry.
Ben, I need you, Ben. I need you, Ben.
Dude,
I had to grab
this guy Tom is dying, bro. Somebody get him a water. What the fuck?
Listen, while Tom is coughing up a storm there, Chris, I'm curious your thoughts watching back this map. What adjustments did Toronto make middle of this map to sort of blow this one out?
Honestly, this was last year's the day, and I blacked out. So.
Fair enough.
Dad,
Tom,
you see this Sam saying without me, they're nothing. They're lost.
Yeah, honestly, I fucking blacked out.
My co-host is literally walking away. I'm sick. I told Ben I'm gonna need him, and he keeps getting up.
Bro,
yeah,
I
he
got
said,
caught
Ben,
timing.
he said, Ben,
I got
I need
caught
you.
timing.
Ben immediately defers to Chris. Chris blacks out.
Yeah, bro. What? He just put this shit on me, bro. He had nothing.
God.
He had nothing, so he knew I had
That's
nothing.
so
trying to get
fucking
some
funny.
expert analysis.
That's
but,
so fucking
I
funny.
mean,
Bro,
we're watching this round 6 here where Seattle tried the double pinch, but they didn't really see anyone upstairs. They got some weird timing. And here, Pred unfortunately doesn't capture the repinch from Scrap. Scrap stays alive, gets 2. Last guy, zombie bomb, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, there was a lot of B rushes, man. A lot of B. Every team just kept rushing B and trying to get it down. But I want to get into this round right here. It's the 4-3 round. I thought right here, AG, he makes a good play. He sneaks in here and pops the Daddy. But Mr. AG, if you see that door cracked open at top paper, you gotta check top paper, bro. Look at this. The door is wide open.
Yeah, I mean somebody's up there. There's no reason it's gonna be randomly open.
This door's open too. This one's open too. You can see his whole route.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I wasn't looking at it like that, Tom. I was just like, oh, Codcaster, he's really not gonna check it. But just seeing the doors open, I think makes it even better.
Yeah, Chris is blacking out watching the map too.
Yeah, dude. And then AG, he ends up getting a kill. But if you would have killed this guy top paper, it would have changed the whole round. I feel like because AG, he ends up getting 1. But Insight finds 2, Kleenex finds another one, and then who does AG die from? The motherfucking top paper. So he ends up going down from Scrap. We got Pat in the chat saying, let's run the flank.
What's up, Pat?
You're a little late.
Listen, the flank is hitting a DoorDash challenge, Pat. You're already lost.
Yeah, and then obviously Ultra, they go up 5-3, and then let's take a look at this round. Again, Ultra, they're holding on a defense. It's a 2v2 situation. Scrap, he's going to be here at Planners, but he gets absolutely dumped on. And then it's Insight, who's left in a 1v1. And take a look at the plays here from Jamie. Jamie's nuts for this. He's nuts. He ends up just jumping off of here, challenges Mac, and somehow just
The stun missed.
Yeah, the stun missed him.
Do you guys like Mac just kind of playing the Planners? You think you should run away and play time?
Nah, that was fine.
What he played.
No, Mac got fucking torpedoed, bro.
Yeah, he got torpedoed, bro.
RKO'd out of nowhere.
So that's going to do it for Toronto. They go up 2-0. Big 1v1 from Jamie. And obviously Toronto, they're kind of running through the series. And then we get into the last map, Control. And I'll skim through it, guys. But it was a quick 3-0. It wasn't even close. Felt bad for Seattle, man. They seemed like they were pretty compromised. I mean, any final thoughts on the series as I skim through the Control, guys?
No, I mean, I think
What's going on with
Seattle,
man.
Look again, to bring it back up. They did not have a lot of practice before this series. Probably went back to Australia. I think came back earlier this week. Probably was dealing with jet lag.
Yeah, back 2 days ago.
So, like, interesting decision from him. Kind of hurts his team if you think about it. And they now have a big series tomorrow. Really don't want to go in an 0-2 hole. And they're in a position, man, where you also don't want to, like, back yourself into the 6 or 7 spot in champs. Like, I don't think any one of these teams think you want to get the 4 or 5 spot because I don't think anyone really wants to play probably like Faze, Thieves, or Optic round 1 at champs.
I look at Pat, man.
Sorry, guys. One second, Tom. I'm filling in for Pat. Why do you feel bad? These guys are pissed. I've been saying it. Y'all don't listen. Guys are garbage. There you go.
They should have packed a punch. Blah 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 blah.
Blow it up, merch.
Blow it up, merch. Now live. They should have packed a punch when they could. These guys better start learning X Defiant.
Get ready to learn X Defiant, buddy.
Ni hao, motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? Off to China.
Guangdong surge, bro.
But yeah, you can see Toronto. They were able to get the B point. And then with 20 seconds left, they're able to get onto this 8 point too. How were they able to get onto the 8 point here? So it starts with 1. Mac finds 1. So I think it's Scrap maybe. Opens it up onto Dante here. Hixie finds 1 onto Mac. And then Dante just couldn't get onto that point. Honestly, good pressure for Toronto just to keep Seattle pinned back and not allow them to come and help. They end up winning the first offense. They go on to the second defense. With Seattle, they got the 8 point pretty easily. But Ultra, they were able to hold on strong. I thought right here Seattle might have had a chance to win this round. But Scrap, he throws the tax out.
Okay, how do they not win this round?
Because Toronto just goes middle and they just overchallenge a point. I think Sid needs to stay down for mid there, no?
Okay.
Yeah, probably makes sense.
Stay down for mid and just help Mac.
We're fucking challing.
He's hard squaring, bro. No jiggle, nothing, bro.
Yeah, he just caught honestly, I took the under on Dante and Hicksy, and I made $150 this one. I mean, I felt like Seattle lost composure.
Also, your sub players D2 like
lost
this is
composure.
hopeless, bro.
Someone take the under. They're compromised.
He's D2. He's getting ripped, bro.
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? So
Okay.
you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, definitely some overchalls there. It's obviously gamble responsibly. If if you're 18 plus, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna lose, guys. So make sure you gamble responsibly. You're gonna lose, but yeah, no. Shout out to Dante there for the overchow. And then obviously we keep it going. Toronto, they hold on to the B point. Seattle can't get on there. And this is where Ultra were able to close it out. So what do you guys think about Ultra? They go 1-4 in the last stage. You get pooped on. And then they go into this one. I think they look pretty good today. They look good. Maybe they're coming in with a different vengeance.
Well, I mean, Scrap was in my chat this morning talking some smoke, but I think in general, based on I watched sort of earlier as well when he was in chat, like the Toronto Blueprint episode, and like we gave a couple of excuses. One is I think last stage they were actually not too bad at respawn, but the searches absolutely killed them. So it was good to see them kind of clear up an S&D in this series. Second is, and he said, and I don't think this is a valid excuse in my mind, of like they had a tough time, I guess, growing up with the fact that like, you know, after they had won an event, they were going to like Columbus and playing in a closed environment. I don't really find that as a valid excuse because 11 other teams had to deal with it. But sure, like that was sort of what was.
Wait, we might have another Abedi situation. I'll call it the Abedi situation because Lamar had that situation. He used to run the fat class. Insight did. I saw Insight running a TV X line no muzzle class. He's using the cracked AR class. Listen, he's also traditionally a slow player. He might have made a little bit of some changes in his gameplay.
Talking about Jamie Insight?
Yeah, Jamie usually runs the same class Scrab does, which is
the
that
plant
slow,
pot class.
the plant pot class that I've only seen two people. I've seen two people good with that class. One is Sam, and one is Scrappy. Everyone else that runs the fucking plant pot class gets fucking slammed.
I'm a plant pot,
bro.
I'm a plant pot, man.
Listen, Insight put it away. He's got a little bit more speed into his gameplay. Maybe this helps him in the long run. So. We'll see.
Yeah, Toronto, they end up winning the 3-0. Take a look at the final scoreboard. I mean, this one is all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, Scrap again, 27-18. I mean, he continues to shine. He's been playing really, really well. And then on the other side, again, just everybody negative. Nobody could get a kill. On Seattle, they just had a really, really, really rough day. And you could also see the frustrations on their face. After that match. So yeah, feel for the Seattle guys. Maybe if you're Pat Price, maybe not so much, but yeah, great win from those guys. Let's take a look at tomorrow's matches and see what's going on here. Do we got some bangers tomorrow? What, guys? We got some better matches? What's going on?
I think I play Toronto tomorrow. That's a good one.
Well,
That'll be a good one.
Well, we got two. So Rock Rays are home series tomorrow in Minneapolis, St. Paul. So they'll have two matches. One, I believe, against London and one against Boston. That'd be cool. So if you want to pull up the matches, Tom, let's get predictions.
Yeah, I didn't get the timestamps of the matches, so I'm just skimming through it, seeing what's going on. Oh, I found them. Here we go. And then here are tomorrow's matches. We start things off. Minnesota Rocker going up against the London Royal Ravens. So we get the Blow It Up Bowl to kick things off. Wait, is that on land?
Yeah,
that's on land, right?
The two Rocker matches are on land, yeah.
What do you got, Sam? What do you think about that? Do you think it's cheese? A lot of people are coming at some pros for the crybaby cheese. And what do you think? I
don't care, bro.
You don't care, Sam?
I don't give a shit.
Wait. Cheese or not?
You don't care. But
cheese or not? Listen, I get it. Some orgs, like Legion, don't want to spend money to do this type of stuff. Props to Rocker for actually wanting to put this stuff on. I'm sure if
I've said this shit. Minnesota's a W org, bro.
I'm sure if Ultra wanted to do it, Thieves want to do it, anyone wanted to do the same shit, the league would approve it, and then that would be that. And they're trying to experiment with a format that is profitable for the future of the league.
W-org, bro.
W-org, yeah, I get it. It might be unfortunate, but hey, these guys are pioneering something and potentially taking losses that.
I agree with that.
And
you get the point. You get the point.
The two match thing, like, are you really going to have people pay $50 whatever to watch one match? Like, you got to give them at least a couple hours of entertainment. Like, come on.
I think playing two matches a day would be cool.
Also, you can't even crybaby cheese it at this point because most of the people I've seen bitching about this are Vegas players, unfortunately. They outplaced you on land. They had a decent run at the LAN event. Obviously, there were some crazy series.
I mean, but you can see from their POV though. Their organization's You know
I can. I sympathize with the situation. But what are they supposed to do about it?
This, the players gotta, you know what I'm saying? They would probably love to play on land.
Listen, what are they
Someone
supposed
clip
to
this
do
shit
about
and
it?
tweet it, Clay.
You know, yeah, clip it, send it to Clay, ship it, clip it and ship
Yeah.
it. But who do you guys got? Minnesota versus London? I got Minnesota. I just feel like London, they're just, you know, they're kind of just
I got
going
nobody,
through the motions
Tom.
now.
I don't
You
got a
nobody
single.
to
I got
tie?
nobody.
To tie,
It's
Sam?
No one.
I got zero
no
people.
One.
Yeah, nobody wins in this series, Tom. Nobody wins in this series.
All right, Chris, who do you got? Sam's got no one. Chris, who do you got?
I got Rocker, bro. They're on land. They're land cheesing, bro. Like
They're land cheesing.
Wow, this is so unfair, bro. Unbelievable.
Ben, who do you got? Ben Jang?
I got Rocker 3-0, 3-1. I don't know. Something like
All
that.
right, Rocket 3-0, 3-1. I don't know, something like that. Then we got Vegas going up against the New York Subliners. Vegas need this dub, man, and they really need it. I actually think Vegas are going to come out and win this one tomorrow. I'm going to go Vegas 3-2. They're on the cusp of champs. They're coming in with the passion. I think they really need this one. I'm going to go Vegas 3-2. Chris, who do you got?
I got New York.
Yeah, I think.
Or Sam, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sam.
I think Clay's been playing well. I think TJS&D is pretty good. I'm gonna go New York 3-1.
All right, Ben, who do you got?
He did the pat, bro.
Well,
He did the pat. He did the fucking. What an asshole. Go ahead, Pat.
These teams have played multiple times this season, and it's never been close. Donnie was on the podcast earlier this week and said he's been looking forward to this matchup because he feels like every time he plays New York, he gets smoked.
Jesus.
My problem with Vegas in a matchup like this, the last time they played New York, they made like one mistake on the first map and then tilted off of planet Earth, and that was like recently, aka at the Major and Major 4. So I feel like Vegas prone to mistakes. I have New York 3-1 as well.
That fellow connoisseur. I like that.
Chris, you went right. Or did you go?
Yeah, I
Chris,
said
or
New
no?
York. I said New York.
Sam, you went too, right? You said fuck it. You did the
From
pat.
New York 3-1. Yes, that is
And then we
correct.
got Minnesota going up against Boston. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. I'm excited to see Boston. I'm excited to see Vivid get back in there, but I still don't think they made the right decision. I think they need Nero and Vivid. I think they need both of them. I don't know why they're just kind of. I don't think it's changing much. It's rotating these guys in and out. They're kind of like the same, like just that impact, like super heavy aggressive sub. They do have very different play styles, but I think the main problem is with that core three. I just think they're too much like a roaming slaying team. And now, can they come out and win tomorrow? Of course. I think Boston's got a lot of talent, so they could come out and win series. But I don't know if they got the right mix of guys, man. I got to see more from them. So I'm going to go Minnesota 3-2 on this one. Chris, who do you got?
I got Boston. I seen Reese Vivid and a couple other Boston players tweeting out gifs, basically saying they're ready, they're feeling good. So you got to think those guys are probably back to their online fucking realm of frying in every single scrim. And they're feeling good right now, bro. I got Boston. Did I hit the nail on the head or no? Be honest, Sam. Did I hit the nail on the head or no? Okay, like, bro, if somebody tweets anime gifts, bro, like you have to pick them to win. Like,
you have to. Dashi Goku gift, bro. Like you gotta pick them.
I mean, I don't know about that one, Chris, but Ben, go ahead. What do you think, Ben?
There's a real contrast to styles, right? Rocker play this like pretty grimy, kind of very structured to an extent Call of Duty, and Boston is like free flowing, maybe not super efficient. So that's kind of cool to watch. I just flipped a coin before this because I think it's going last map, and I got Boston winning game 5.
Okay, interesting. Sam, who do you got?
I'm gonna go Boston 3-1.
Boston 3-1. Okay, then we get the next one. Toronto Ultra going up against the LA Thieves. Me personally, I just think the Thieves are just godlike. I think they're really good. Not because Sam is on the show. Sam, I think one time you were on the show and I went against you guys. I think. Maybe.
Yeah, you picked Optic in the online when we played them last stage.
Did they beat you guys in that one or no?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so
It was a handy 3-1, Tom.
Yeah, and then tomorrow I'm going with a handy 3-1 over to Toronto Ultra. I think you guys are gonna come out on top. I think you guys look good. I think your fundamentals are on point. I think the subs, Kenny and Envoy, I think they got their timings on point. They got their routes on. I just think LA Thieves is on point right now. I don't think they have a weak game mode. I want to see Scrappy get pulled down. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Toronto Ultra. Chris, who do you got?
Listen, hear me out here. I think LA Thieves, they're an amazing team. They obviously just won the last event, but they're going to get complacent. They're going to go home and they're going to be like, wow, online sucks. And we're going to get fucking slammed. Mm-hmm. And then, Toronto 3-0. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, I got Thieves, bro. I just want to bust fucking Sam's balls.
Man, who do you got?
I think this could be a one that goes deep. I think the problem for Toronto is I think Thieves matched up well on a lot of their good maps, aka hotels. So I got Thieves taking it in the game 5.
All right, and then of
I hear
course
you.
we got Sam. Who do you got, Sam? Who do you got?
Scraps and plays super well, man. You know, MVP, rookie of the year. They've won a major. Incredible win over Seattle today. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Thieves 3-0.
All right, there you go. Say there you have it, chat. There's your predictions. Benjay, why don't you sing us out with a punt? Sam, you are our special guest of the day, so you get dibs on the predictions. How do you think Ben's gonna do here?
This is a dub. He's making this for sure.
Oh man,
This is an easy dub. I'm a believer. I'm a firm believer here. I'm a firm believer here.
The MVP's got Benji and Asim sinking the putt
He's got
today,
the
ladies and
Jerusalem
gentlemen.
12s on. Like he wins this is a free sink right here, bro.
We got most of the chatter points saying that he's
This is
gonna
easy.
make this
No,
putt.
this is
Oh
a
my
free
Jesus,
win.
he rips it with the stinky fucking slippers on.
See?
And Benji and Asim gets it done.
Look.
Oh man,
I'm
it's
insane.
clinical. It's clinical.
I
out of
rattled
Benji.
that in
insane.
a little. I rattled that in.
Ben, I want you to know I had you
man.
making that all day.
Hey, let's get it, Sam.
Man,
Let's get it.
Ben, it's absolutely insane out of you. Fantastic putts. But listen, guys, I want everybody to give a huge thank you to Mr. Sam LaRue, MVP Octane, for joining us today on the flank. Last minute I texted him and Sam, I really appreciate you hopping on, man.
Of course, Tom.
Fridays are a little tough with Pat because, extra fine. He's got some business
Extra
to take
fine.
care of. So I appreciate you hopping on as always. And then, of course, everybody that tuned along and watched along with us. I want to give a huge shout out to Faze Clan for hooking me up at the warehouse, man. They hooked me up with a really cool setup over here. So want to show some love to Faze as well. So huge shout out to them. And then most importantly, shout out to all of you guys, man. Everybody in the chat, everybody that watched along during the watch party, and everybody that tuned into the show, and everybody over on the YouTube side of things. You guys are absolutely incredible. You guys are the best community in the world, man. So shout out to everybody who's watching along. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out all the audio. Say Saran. Go follow @theflank on Twitter. Check out check out Gersh. He's been running socials over there. He's been doing a great job. Go check out Stallions.club. And as always, man, take care. Brush your hair. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of The Flank, man. Take it easy, man. Good night.
Let's go. Bwah, 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 bwah.
All right.